This episode brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever find yourself playing the budgeting game? Shifting a little money here, a little there, and hoping it all works out? Well, with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive, you can get a better budgeter and potentially lower your insurance bill too. You tell Progressive what you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll help find you options within your budget. Try it today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law. Not available in all states.
There's one thing that will forever change the way you sleep, and it's the softest 100% organic cotton sheets from Boll & Branch. You'll fall asleep faster, wrapped in the most luxurious comfort. You'll never sleep hot again with sheets that feel breathable to sleep in. You'll experience the purest softness on night one and feel your sheets get even softer with every wash. Discover the difference with 15% off your first set of sheets at bollandbranch.com with code CUMULUS. Exclusions apply. See site for details.
It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, welcome to Java World. May I help you?
Yeah, I'd like a single short latte, please.
Would you like just a regular latte, or can I interest you in the special?
What's the special?
Well, the special today is a butterscotch flavor latte for just $2. A regular latte is $2.25.
I'll take the special, but hold the butterscotch.
Well, if you don't have the butterscotch, then it's just a regular latte.
All I'm saying is that my portion of the butterscotch for my special butterscotch latte would be better off left in the bottle with all the other butterscotch. I'm still paying for the butterscotch. I'm just not using the butterscotch. It's like I'm giving it back to you. It's a good deal for you.
Sorry, the special price only applies to lattes with butterscotch in.
So I get more for paying less.
Yes, it's a special.
So if I get like a triple grande low-fat butterscotch latte with whipped sprinkles on ice, how much is that? Like a nickel?
Very funny, sir. I don't make the rules.
What's wrong with your butterscotch anyway?
There's nothing wrong with our butterscotch.
There must be something wrong with it if you have to pay people to take it.
We're not paying anyone, sir. It's a special. Now, if you'd like a regular latte, I'll be more than happy to make one for you.
Can I get the butterscotch on the side?
You have to drink the latte with the butterscotch, or it's not the special.
I'll drink the butterscotch, don't get me wrong. I'll throw back my butterscotch, then boom, I'll throw back the latte.
Okay, if you want to do that, fine, but I'll have to charge you $2.75.
I thought you said it was $2.
The special is $2. A special has to have the butterscotch in the latte, or it ceases to be a special and becomes a regular latte, which is $2.25, with an extra shot of butterscotch, which is 50 cents more, which is $2.75.
Cut. Scott, stop filming. Guys, this is a porno. This is not your Oscar scene, you morons. All I'm hiring you for is your cheeks, and that's all I want to see. I don't care about coffee. I don't care about cappuccino, mocha, latte, or squat. Get the hell out of here.
Hello, good morning, welcome. It's the Bob and Tom Show, or as I like to call it today, the Big Green Egg Cookout Show. Man, oh man. It's like we're sitting at the softball field. The building's just full of good-smelling barbecue meat. Delightful. Good morning.
Smoky.
Good morning. Good morning, Christy.
Hi, Chick.
Hello, Pat Godwin.
Hey, chick.
There's Josh Arnold. He's at the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair. That's
Thank
Ace
you,
Cosby.
That's good.
I'm Chick, and here's Tom.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Making some adjustments. I've got my new computer
Got your
array
new
here.
monitors. I like it. I can see you.
Oh, how do you like it?
It's great. It just got.
So you couldn't just get, though, a smaller screen, could you? You had to get two smaller screens. Oh, and has the side one always been there?
That's backup in case this doesn't work.
Is that right?
Well, this is a transitional phase.
I would like Chick's note. Oh, that's a good feature.
Yeah.
Chick's note. There was some hubbub earlier. Tom could not figure out how to turn the brightness up or down.
Oh.
On his new monitors. And you know what I told him? I said that brightness button doesn't adjust your intelligence.
You dumb man. Snap. Tom, are you okay? Are you all right after that?
Wow, that is witty.
So what did you add on the other monitor?
No, it's hard to explain it.
Well, so you're having to toggle, aren't you?
Do
I don't
you
know what
go
that
back
means.
and forth?
Go from one monitor to the other. Is it?
You can go right across. It's just one squished monitor.
Okay, cool.
It's especially hard to explain when you don't understand what toggle is.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, there you go.
Like a toggle switch?
I know.
So are the two monitors working in tandem?
Yeah,
or?
it's just one monitor, but instead of being higher, it's just squished. It's fine. And then there's some other, but we didn't put this one away yet because we want to make sure these all work.
I see.
Okay.
So far, so good. We're all good.
Right.
It has nothing to do with the audio you're hearing, and I apologize. But we're good. We got the smell of smoke in the building, which is well, I should make that clear. Barbecue smoke. It's not like
Not like we're on fire or something.
Yeah, that would be bad.
Yeah.
Or all of doobies we smoke.
Right. Right.
You tell me something. You guys are high every morning, aren't you? You all.
Time to butt in some sides.
Oh, you brought some rice-a-roni for us.
Rice-a-roni, the San
What's the
Francisco
expiration
treat.
date on that?
What do you?
It doesn't matter.
What are you charging Tom for that? Let me see that.
No. What? There has to be an expiration date.
No, we were.
It is the San Francisco treat.
Yeah. Well, you hear the trolley. You hear the trolley.
We were talking about this because we had an interesting story about San Francisco, and I couldn't believe that Ace and I are the only ones that have ever had rice-a-roni. Rice-a-roni is essentially rice pilaf in a sort of an instant.
Yeah, we never had rice pilaf as a kid.
Magic Boss!
Sounds good.
Magic Boss!
A rare misstep for the Who.
Oh,
my
that
Lord!
song.
No.
It's a fun song.
Despise that song.
You people know how long rice-a-roni normally lasts. What is it, like 10 years or 20?
I have no
At least.
idea.
It must.
The date on this is April 15th, 2024.
Oh, wow.
So, how long have you had this, Captain?
A couple months.
You
Yeah,
bought this
that's
a couple
better
months
than I
ago.
thought. I thought we were going to say 2014.
Dollar store?
If you went upstairs,
Yeah.
Whoa. Is that your survival floor upstairs?
it's my backup pantry.
A backup.
The backup pantry. Have you seen
You know,
all
if
this?
a mouse got into his house, they would have the time of their life.
Why did you put that thought in my head? I'm going to go get a mama mouse and a daddy mouse. Have you been to see his survival?
Yeah, I've been over there. No, I haven't seen the survival. I haven't been upstairs. God, no.
Only certain women get upstairs.
Your dining room was the survival room when I was there.
What? He has like boxes and boxes.
Yeah,
of
a lot of food stacked up.
non-perishable. Yeah.
So Ace, we should point
Why
out,
are you the way you
is
are, Ace?
thrifty. And,
Thrifty, yes.
He's a coupon guy.
He had to survive on very little for a very long time.
That's right.
In a large skillet, combine rice, pasta mix, and butter or margarine. Saute over a medium heat until pasta is golden brown. Number 2, slowly stir in water and special seasoning to a boil.
Okay.
Number 3, cover and reduce heat to low and go outside and cut your wrists in the backyard.
Oh, I bet it's wonderful. What flavor is that?
It's rice
This
pilaf.
is rice pilaf.
Oh, I thought they were all.
That's what I thought. This is like the dummy box. Hey, dummy, rice-a-roni.
You got Spanish, you got
Okay.
Asian, you got wild rice.
All right.
Oh, that wild rice is wild.
Wild, man. It's something.
And this is all in honor of the fact that we're doing steaks today. Is that correct?
Yes.
And we've got shrimp cocktail out on the counter already.
Already?
It's crazy in there.
Okay, good. Well, we're going to be checking out the Big Green Egg. And I should point out that we are going to be giving away the Big Green Egg Mini-Max throughout the football season. Is this
Yeah,
correct?
that's correct.
Okay. Starting with the first official NFL game. How far away are we from that? A couple of weeks?
September 7, 7, 8, 9, 10.
There's a Thursday night game, yeah.
Thursday night.
And if you recall, last season, the way this works is we'll have a whole thing set up on our social media so that you can participate and guess the winners. And every week we'll give away one of these to whoever comes out with the best card, if you will.
And the winner possibly not only will win a Big Green Egg, but also will maybe get the chance to meet Chick McGee on the air.
I thought you were going to say,
my goodness.
win my heart.
No. And they'll step into the octagon and pick against me, baby.
In the shoe-in of the week. So this is a lot of fun. So we'll get ready for the NFL season. Do we have any good NFL news coming up this morning?
Well, just the epitome of futility and what are we doing here, kids? Backup quarterbacks Marcus Mariota of the Eagles passed for 85 yards, and they call him DTR, Tom. He's Dorian Thompson-Robinson of the Cleveland Browns. He throws for 164 yards. And Jalen Hurts and the Deshaun Randy Watson were sitting on the bench as the Browns and the Eagles in Philadelphia last night skate to an 18-18 tie in exhibition football action.
Wow.
But remember, the tickets cost just as much, and they did have to carry off 3 or 4 players off the field last night.
So the games don't count, but...
The injuries do.
Okay, good to know.
And if they end in the tie, so what? They don't go to overtime in the preseason, which is...
They're practice games.
Which is surprising. I wondered why the NFL doesn't enforce, I got to break this tie at least one quarter. Let's go. You know.
Speaking of letters, you mentioned the one gent who goes by what is it? RPG? What was it again? FBI?
DTR.
DTR.
Dorian Thompson Robinson, quarterback for the Browns, UCLA guy. Yeah. Go ahead.
We have letters in the news today in a big way. I won't tell you the whole story, but LOL out.
Oh, is that right?
We have an email for you this morning. Would you care to go over it? It's very specific. Here we go. Dear Bob and Tom, and especially Tom.
Right.
My name is Jeff.
Hi, Jeff.
I am a furry.
Oh, really?
Not the official spokesperson of all the furry community. In boldface print.
Stop and pause. We had furries in the news because there was a melee.
Yeah, Huntington Beach, California, there was a non-furry videotaping the furries, and the furries did not like it.
We found out this non-furry does this all across the country, trying to break up furries.
Yeah, so he sounds like a jerk.
He does.
Jeff says, no! Exclamation point. Tom! Exclamation point. Not all furry tails are inserted into anyone's body.
Sure.
Of course not.
There are those into that, but Tom, capital letters, they are a very small, minuscule percentage of the furry community. So please...
They're tight-assed.
Stop, Tom! Thinking all of us are walking around with a furry tail stuck inside our butt. That is just not true. All caps. Tom, caps.
I'm just saying the one guy that I saw was in line at a Chipotle, and he had a tail sticking out his short shorts.
Mm-hmm.
So that doesn't mean it was inside his body, though.
No.
Taped on or...
Taped on?
Could be a strap-on.
on.
Thank you.
How familiar is anybody here with strap-on stuff? Go ahead. By Ace, anything?
No, but
Josh,
I know that happens.
Did you ever seen a strap-on, Christy?
No, I've never seen one.
Yeah, I've never seen one in person either. Have you?
No.
He would never.
If you have one, I just sort of envision it hanging on a hook, like a holster.
Right.
You always see the
sheriff at the end of the day hanging his holster up. Yes.
Can you imagine? Opens the closet. There's 3 weapons, and then there's a strap on. Be rather humorous, wouldn't it? What else is coming up in sports? You want to give me the little?
Well, we're going to have Sunday morning. Cup. The Women's World Cup, Tom. Isn't that exciting?
Sure.
Hey, did you happen to see the most beautiful...
Why are we doing Charlie Pride?
Cup.
World Cup tribute.
World Cup.
Okay, great. Yeah, I'll be...
Yeah, I forgot to do these for the Women's World Cup.
I'm sure for the 5 people who care, that would be... They'll miss it.
And here's our favorite.
That is good. That's good. That is such a great song.
Yeah, it sure
is.
A
great song.
God,
it sure is. That's Sunday morning.
Fears for fears.
England and Spain from Sydney. Give me that cup.
What time?
5, 3.
Oh,
4,
I'm going to miss that.
6 in the morning.
Okay. Well, thank you very much.
Could have already happened.
Coming up, we have some exciting stuff in the news, as I said, including goodbye LOL, but also hello PEZ, among other things. We have boobs too big to rock, and
what?
We have a mullet champion, and a guy whose parents should probably be put in jail for the name they gave him. All this stuff is coming up. Right now, it's quiz time. I'll start with you, Josh.
Yes, sir.
Josh, you have a sleep number bed. What is your sleep number setting?
65.
That means what?
It means it's perfect for my body to relieve its pressure points while I sleep.
So it's not too firm, not too soft. But Christy Lee, yours?
35. I like a softer mattress.
There you go.
Yeah.
But if at the touch of a button, you could change your side of the bed to whatever you wanted. For example, Mr. McGee, your sleep number setting is what?
100, Tom. It's a firm mattress.
That's right. Sleep Number has perfected adjustable firmness. You got that little button. You can press that and make it as firm or as unfirm, if you will, as you like. Also, Sleep Number has done a lot of studying about sleep, hence these smart beds that can help you find what that perfect setting is for you. Don't just go to a store, a mattress store, and lie around there staring at the ceiling going, well, I'm fully clothed. It's daylight. I guess this is okay. I'll be stuck with this for the rest of my life. No, get something that's adjustable. It's like having 40 beds in one. Unlock your unique potential for great sleep with a smart bed. And to prove that you're smart, the smartest folks right now this week are checking out the 50% savings in the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. That's a smart move. Special financing is available for those that are smart out there for a limited time. Get the details at the Sleep Number store. You'll find it at sleepnumber.com/BT show. Tell them the Bob and Tom show sent you. I do love my Sleep Number bed. Now, we've got a lot of stuff happening. I want to say hello to Willie G. After a big night in Fort Wayne. He's on the road, and we'll talk about where he's going to be coming up. Patty G. When is your TV special coming out, Pat?
I don't know. I haven't got a date yet.
Okay, no, Josh, we do have a date on the Josh Arnold.
Oh yeah, we do.
Record finally.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yes, November 3rd.
All right. Okay,
this year, though, right?
Yeah. Yes. Sir.
Okay.
It's been gestating longer than an elephant. You see. Yikes.
That's how it works.
And gestating did not make it funnier. I had my fingers crossed.
We'll look forward to it. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Fiscally responsible, financial geniuses, monetary magicians. These are things people say about drivers who switch their car insurance to Progressive and save hundreds. Because Progressive offers discounts for paying in full, owning a home, and more. Plus, you can count on their great customer service to help you when you need it, so your dollar goes a long way. Visit Progressive.com to see if you could save on car insurance. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states or situations.
Ready to optimize your nutrition this year? Factor has chef-made gourmet meals that make eating well easy. They're dietitian approved and ready to heat and eat in 2 minutes, so you can fuel right and feel great, no matter what life throws at you.
Factor arrives fresh and fully prepared, perfect for any active, busy lifestyle. You could lose up to 8 pounds in 8 weeks with Factor Keto meals, based on a randomized, controlled clinical trial with Factor Keto. Results will vary depending on diet and exercise.
With 40 options across 8 dietary preferences on the menu each week, it's easy to pick meals tailored to your goals. Choose from preferences like Calorie Smart, Protein Plus, or Keto. Factor can help you feel your best all day long with wholesome smoothies, breakfasts, grab-and-go snacks, and more add-ons.
Reach your goals this year with ingredients you can trust and convenience that can't be beat.
Eat smart with Factor. Get started at factormeals.com/factorpodcast and use the code FACTORPODCAST to get 50% off your first box plus free shipping. That's code FACTORPODCAST at factormeals.com/factorpodcast to get 50% off plus free shipping on your first box.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Yep.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello, Chick.
Josh Arnold, the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair.
Chick.
There's Ace Cosby. Hey. I'm Chick McGee, and here's our leader, Tom Griswold.
Thank you very much. Yesterday, the topic came up about the Tooth Fairy.
Yep.
And the Tooth Fairy doing quite well, as are the recipients of Tooth Fairy funding.
Must start pulling out my teeth.
And it would seem that I was quite surprised at the average from the Tooth Fairy. There's sort of regional differences, but more or less about $7 plus is the average under the pillow thing. He had some very interesting email about that. My favorite was the guy that said that he told his kids that the Tooth Fairy pays more at their grandma's house.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a good move. One suggestion was $2 bills.
Yeah, that's what we did at our house.
Because they're kind of exotic.
Yeah, Tooth Fairy did.
Yeah, sort of cool.
Made a deal with her.
Josh, back in your day, the Tooth Fairy provided, was it quarters or
maybe 50 cents, and then I think it was just change because sometimes we had to dig at night. The quarter would slip off the sheet.
Yeah.
Oh, one's under the bed.
Here's a fun story. This comes to us from Joni. She writes, my daughter lost her first canine tooth and had a crisis. She thought that was her so-called sweet tooth.
Oh, no, I lost my sweet tooth.
She was convinced she'd never enjoy sweets again. She felt so bad, her dad dropped a $20 bill under the pillow. Yeah. Now she's 18, a freshman in college.
Now they're spending more than $20
with no financial awareness. Otherwise, the tooth fairy left that $2 bill. That's such a great idea. When my kids were little, writes Heather, they came out with the Sacagawea dollars. Dad bought several rolls. I asked him, give me a roll, and I used them for the rest of my kids for tooth fairy gifts.
Cool.
That's a good idea. The Sacagawea is that the one that's kind of golden color?
Mm-hmm. I believe so, yes.
It's about the size of a quarter, though?
Yeah.
Is that still in circulation?
I don't know.
Okay, all right.
What about the Susan B. Anthony dollar?
The so-called Butch Buck?
There it is.
I
think he's the only one that called it the Butch Buck.
Wow, yeah.
I did not coin that term. I used
that,
the
so to speak.
word coin.
He loves that.
I don't love that. You
see how it's a negative.
Yes,
I
a
borderline insult.
There was a Kennedy dollar, too, right?
Kennedy half.
Half dollar.
Dollar.
Half dollar, yes.
That's because
but that was bigger. That was bigger than the Sacagawea, wasn't it?
And I think that was the problem with the Sacagawea.
It was kind of confused for a quarter.
Yeah,
for a little bit,
it was
right?
about the same size, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, here we go. Larry writes, my kids always got silver dollars for each tooth. I can remember being a kid and thinking silver dollars were the coolest thing
Me
ever.
too. My mom used to keep them in her jewelry box, and I would go in and look at them. I'm like, God, this
Every
is
Christmas I'd get a silver dollar from my Uncle Clarence.
Aw.
Not anymore, I bet.
Oh, Uncle Clarence, when I was a kid, Uncle Clarence was 100. God, he was like a skeleton that could talk.
Is he the one that passed away in women's clothing?
No. No. Well, there was the
he was ahead of his time, whoever that one was. Passed away in women's clothing.
Yeah, there's a one very unpleasant story that I really cannot tell.
I bet he went how he wanted to go, though.
Oh, yeah.
The really unpleasant thing is if you're planning something extraordinarily unpleasant.
The really unpleasant thing I can't mention, but what it is
don't be too drunk when you write the note because no one can read it.
Oh, yeah, that is unpleasant.
Sorry about that. Let's move forward as we turn to Chick McGee at the sports page. Got a couple requests coming up. If you want to get a request in, how would you do that, Josh?
Text us, 888-262-8661. Email us at bobandtom@bobandtom.com or use the app. Bob and Tom app is free, and boy, is there a lot to do on there.
We'd love to hear from you, but now we're going to hear from Chick.
Nope, we're going to hear a song from Pat.
There you go.
You already faked me out once. I ain't taking the bait again. I got my papers all up in my hand. I open my mouth. By the way, no.
Pat, since we're going to be doing a cookout today,
see,
we got the Big Green Egg crew here. We got the Big Green Eggs up and running. We're going to make some steak. We're going to make some rice-a-roni.
What are your thoughts?
Very thoughts. Well, I'm trying to think if you have any particular songs that highlight the world of perhaps cooking or barbecue.
Remember last time?
What?
We had the beer can chicken.
Beer can chicken.
That's
I love
right.
I like a beer can chicken, pasta with vodka sauce. I like a Jack Daniels rub on my ribs and a Marsala demi-glace. I like my brats cooked in beer and my Coca van with extra wine. Bananas Foster loaded with rum. Oh, I'm feeling fine. Some mornings are a little rough, and I like to cut out the middle man. I'll have some beer can chicken, hold the chicken, hand me the can. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome, sir.
All right.
Oh, thank you very much. Mr. Pat Godwin and Pat's TV special will be out soon. We will let you know. But right now.
This email just in.
Yes.
Dear folks, plant a radish, get a radish, make it stop! That's Travis, not from Michigan.
Okay, thank you, Travis. We may review.
Plant a radish, get a radish.
All right. They do say get a radish. I had no idea. Oh, and dear Tom and Pat, Every time I hear you two guys talk, it seems like it's an exchange between Tom and his organ grinder and his monkey.
It is sort of like that.
Sing, monkey boy. We had an NFL preseason game last night. The definition of futility, the Eagles and the Browns tie at 18 in Philadelphia. Of course, Deshaun, Randy Watson, and Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts did not play. Marcus Mariota, quarterback for the Eagles, and Dorian Thompson-Robinson for the Cleveland Browns. Both
Doesn't that sound like an author?
Okay. Dorian Thompson-Robinson. Escape from the Swiss Family Robinson.
They've become feral.
Oh, yeah.
Too much time in the wilderness.
Speaking of escape, yesterday in Mason, Ohio, Carlos escaped from Alcaraz and Iga Swiatek. The top-ranked players in tennis got past adverse weather conditions at Mason. That's not the full name of that town, Tom. It's Steve Mason, Ohio. Did you know that?
I did not know.
Yeah. That's the Western and Southern Open quarterfinals where Novacek played the other day. Is that his name, Novacek? I forget. Djokovic. Novacek? Djokovic? Anyway, Alcaraz overcame 2 rain delays, totaling 2 hours and 35 minutes. And beat number 14th seed American Tommy Paul, who I think was on Andy Griffith. Wasn't that Opie's best friend, Tommy Paul?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure. Look that up, Josh.
All right. Did you know that Opie was named after J. Robert Oppenheimer?
I don't believe that.
Do I know that?
No.
I don't think that's
He's making
true.
That. Look at his face.
I want to.
Totally making that up.
I want to believe it very much.
Little tip of the hat. Little tip of the hat to Los Alamos and our friends from the Manhattan Project. Andy Griffith tonight. The Mushroom Cloud.
Boy, that couldn't have been farther from Mount Pleasant or wherever.
Pilot.
Mount Pleasant. Mount Pleasant's in Michigan. You mean Mount Pilot, which is in North Carolina.
That's Pleasant and Pilot.
It's Pleasant and Pilot.
The World Cup trophy may indeed be coming back to the birthplace of soccer, it says here, for the first time in 57 years. Cup. But if the trophy returns to England, it'll be with the women's squad, not the men. They call them the Lionesses. Lady Lions. They'll play for the first time in the tournament Sunday against Spain, 6 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. It's England's coach Sarina Wiegman's second straight trip to the Women's World Cup final. She led the Netherlands into the title match against the United States in 2019. And where are we on this Michael Oher, the Tooheys in Memphis, all this? Do we want to hear about it? And it's a sad situation.
It is a sad situation. I'm kind of confused about it.
Apparently,
yesterday it wanted to be made clear that Sandra Bullock was upset. Is another angle they were coming out with.
The movie was called The Blind Side. And there are accusations that they were the family that
took him in.
And he wasn't. There's a whole thing about technically being adopted versus conservatorship, and they apparently got very little money for this movie. This guy's also the guy's a mega millionaire.
He did play in the league,
but I mean the family, that guy,
right?
The family's
he's loaded.
Yeah,
he sold
totally
he sold fast food franchise. He made a couple $100 million, right? So, yeah, I don't understand. After all these years, suddenly this is coming out. Something's amiss.
Well, the latest
somebody pissed off somebody somewhere.
A court agreement signed by Michael Oher when he was 18 allowed a Memphis couple to make medical and financial decisions for him is under scrutiny. The former NFL player asking a court to end the agreement, called a conservatorship, reached in 2004. Sean and Leanne Toohey. He's accusing the Tooheys of enriching themselves at his expense and lying to him by having him sign papers making them his conservatives rather than his adopted
They didn't
parent.
get any of his NFL money. I don't understand what's going on here.
I'll tell you what I do know about. Tomorrow in Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, Tom, a gentleman, he works at an IT company. One of his clients emailed him an invitation to his staff asking if they want to help roll out the world's largest meat stick at Wenzel's Sausage in Marshfield, Wisconsin, tomorrow, August 19th.
Is that right?
They are attempting a 200-foot-long continuous meat snack stick, similar to a Slim Jim. It's open to the public, and I figured Tom could drag his exhausted daughters to this weekend instead of candle making or goldfish wrangling or whatever geriatric temporary hobby he usually takes them to.
Well, they're learning to throw pots.
What?
Like Demi Moore and Ghost?
Yeah.
I'll take this. What?
Yeah, it's fun.
Do you have a kiln and everything? Did
No.
you buy a pottery
There's a
wheel
very fine art place right near us.
How
many goldfish do we have today? What's the count?
We have 3 living goldfish.
Okay.
How many are from the original batch this year's original batch? 2 from the original batch.
7 the first go round, and then
so you ended up with 2. Another one yesterday or the day before?
Day before, yeah.
You just won 1. You went to pick up 1 goldfish.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that hardly seems worth the trip.
Well, those ping pong balls can be tricky.
How much did you spend on that goldfish?
Can't you slip
Christy,
the guy?
It's about the journey.
You could set this game up at home and save yourself a lot of money.
No, it's about being at the fair and having fun and having ice cream, riding rides.
Can't you slip the guy some
the
cash?
people watching is unbelievable.
Your game, which is called Get a Load of This Guy.
Yeah, yeah.
Probably in full bloom at a
judging.
fair. Yeah, judging and degrading and insulting.
Yeah, I said, sir, you might not want to ride that tractor thing. Maybe walking a few feet would help work off the...
There you go. He calls that people watching.
The tractor literally allowing this gentleman to attend the fair.
Right.
And Tom is... You might want to
Could have a bum knee.
Could be a veteran.
Could have been a very fit person with a bum knee.
World's greatest generation.
Maybe put the corn dog down.
But had a wonderful time. I've been to the fair 4 times.
What do you have at the fair when you go wild? A snack. You just have. I know it's just a bite, probably. But
ice cream.
I love the ice cream.
The ice cream.
Eat the whole bowl.
You don't eat corn dog. You don't have a pork chop. You don't have the sirloin tips. You don't
deep
have
fried Oreo.
Oh, they have a whole macaroni and cheese stand with all kinds of macaroni and cheese.
Pork chop on a stick. Any of that?
Pizza on a stick.
No?
Pickle pizza. Fried pickles.
Ice cream.
Boring.
See, what you do is you take your date to the fair and you go, you want to get the pickle pizza? And she goes, pickle pizza. You go, yeah, I'm going to have the pizza. You get the pickle.
That's what you say.
Okay. Why don't you go try the deep fried birth control, Toots?
You want to try the Tilt-A-Whirl?
Oh, jeez.
You're obviously, ma'am, you're looking for the Norplant booth.
It's over there. Yeah. Why don't you and your brood move along?
More sports coming up, including world records and all sorts of things. And I want to tell you about my respite from mostly Tom. I used to say this place, but that really doesn't. It's Simply Safe, the design-it-yourself, do-it-yourself home security system. You know the average break-in lasts about 8 to 10 minutes. Fast response, crucial. Simply Safe Home Security has launched their breakthrough technology, 24/7 live guard protection. This helps stop crime in real time. Simply Safe professional monitoring agents can actually see, speak to, and deter intruders in your home through the new Smart Alarm wireless indoor camera. Professional monitoring agents from Simply Safe can now warn intruders that they're being recorded and police are on their way, stopping them in their tracks. 24/7 live guard protection made possible by that new Smart Alarm wireless indoor camera. It's the only one that can trigger the alarm and instantly deter intruders with a built-in siren. And the indoor camera now has advanced motion detection with Vision AI and easily tells the difference between intruders and the family pet. Right now, Bob and Tom Show listeners get a special 20% off deal. Any special Simply Safe system when you sign up for a free month trial of Fast Protect monitoring. A special offer for a limited time only. Just visit simplysafetom.com now. That's simplysafetom.com. And remember, there's no safe like Simply Safe.
We got naked guys. We got world records. We've got a great name. We've got a very unusual story about a possible disadvantage to having huge breasts, ladies. Will be
what's the problem with a huge breast?
We're going to find out. It's very unusual and something I would never have thought of until I read this interesting article.
But there is a problem.
Yeah. Good. It could be very serious, especially if you're attending a theme park. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Catch any part of the show you missed later today on our YouTube channel.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hey, chick.
Hey, indeed. Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, chick.
There's Josh Arnold, the I Hate Steven Sigler sidekick.
You okay, Josh?
Oh, I'm good, man.
Josh was that an almond you heaved in the air and caught?
A cashew.
A cashew.
Yeah.
You realize you could that could get lodged in your airway.
What a way to go, though, huh?
What, with a cashew crammed in your throat? I don't think so.
We've all been trained as first aid.
Like you wouldn't start joking on the air tomorrow about it if I died while eating something.
So anyway, it finally happened. Josh choked on food. There's Ace Cosby. I'm Chick. Here's Tom.
Just dangerous to throw it up in the air and catch it.
That he is right, though. That is dangerous.
All right. The lamest people in the world.
Josh, it was funny, Josh.
Is it because I almost fell when I did it?
But you caught it.
Yeah.
Which is the important thing.
Like a seal.
Do you like that thing when you go to the, I know they're not called hibachis, but when you go to the Japanese steakhouse and they have the table that's also a cooking device?
Right. The teppanyaki.
What's it called?
Teppanyaki.
Teppanyaki. I can't remember that. Hot. Yeah. Don't put your elbows in the table. I can't. I can't. I'd be on fire. They do that thing where the cook starts heaving the shrimp or whatever, and you got to catch it in your mouth.
Maybe you shouldn't have told this story.
Well, I think it's fun.
Well, you're having trouble finding words, though. Did you notice that?
I did. I forgot the name of the cook. It's people call it a hibachi, but it's not.
You know what story we haven't had yet that I'm a little surprised is somebody setting their phone down on one of those.
Oh, I bet it's happened. We just haven't read about it.
It melting.
Find out if that's leather or not, huh?
Yeah.
And I've been saying for years they need some new tricks. I love those things. Those special teppanyaki. What is it again?
Teppanyaki.
Teppanyaki. Yeah.
Speaking of grills,
thank you.
Look at that.
We're going to go outside right now, and we have Jess Hooker, our cooker, and Mark Sion, the Big Green Egg dude.
Yes.
And we're starting to cook. We're doing our special stakeout, if you will, with the Big Green Egg today, getting ready. Not quite yet, but pretty soon we'll be giving away the Big Green Eggs on the air as part of our special promotion. As you pick those great NFL games.
There it is.
There's a
Look
Big
at
Green Egg.
Yep, that's the Mini Max.
That's gorgeous.
The Big Green Egg Mini Max is it's a grilling device, and you're not going to be able to. It's not like one of those hibachi tables or whatever you call it. It really has nothing to do with it, does it, Art Josh?
It doesn't. It doesn't.
Are you okay?
Art Josh. What are we cooking this morning, Jess Hooker?
Holy hell.
This morning we're back with our friends from the Big Green Egg. We have Mark and Donnie and Tom cooking for us. Do you want to tell us the menu, Mark?
Oh, sure. Well, this is kind of a steak event. We brought some ribeyes. Of course, the rice-a-roni, Tom, that you requested. It's here.
Have you ever had rice-a-roni?
I grew up on it. I had some last night just as a test. I ate the whole box.
Swore to the God above never to eat it again. Now he has to cook.
I can't believe I've been eating that stuff, and no one else in here has ever had it except for Ace.
Nope. Oh, I grew up on it. Do
you remember the commercial? Remember how it would go?
Sure. Rice-a-roni.
The San Francisco treat.
Shut up. Sure. Hey, we've got pickled watermelon rinds. Tammy Williams back here out of Seymour/Bloomington.
Now, explain again. Is the pickled watermelon rind, is this one that you wrap in bacon?
Yes, that is wrapped in bacon. Tommy goes out on his Harley. He gets 2 watermelons, 1 in each saddlebag, and he drives around Bloomington, and he comes home, and he takes all the red stuff out, and he pickles the rind.
Damn right he does.
He's incredible.
He sure is.
That doesn't sound like something you'd see in like a Marlon Brando in his motorcycle classic.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Remember the famous scene? What do you got in there? Watermelon.
Oh, you are a wild one, aren't you?
We've got some chicken wings too. Oh yeah. So we're cooking a lot out here on the very versatile Big Green Egg. We're cooking direct and indirect. We got the Mini Max going. Jess, you look fantastic on this television here.
Oh, thank you.
Well, I love the fact that you won the Masters.
Yeah.
That beautiful green jacket.
Green egg.
Green egg. I was trying to coordinate Tom.
Yes.
It's wonderful.
Yeah,
you look great.
Yeah.
Tom has told 10 different people, did you hear Jess won the Masters? And just laughs and walks away.
Yeah.
He's killing it.
Maybe we can make some custom aprons for Mark in that beautiful green color. How about that?
That sounds like
he is wearing a custom.
Yeah. Oh, what you got on there? Green. It says Big Green Egg.
Exactly. But it's not green.
And it is. Yes, it is.
It's gray.
It's not
gray. It's gray. I look terrible. Especially next to Jess. Hey, the Big Green Eggs look good, though.
Okay. They sure do, and they are incredible. And boy, you guys are really cooking up. Look at how serious they are in the back there. What's?
Yeah. This is like our Super Bowl. I mean, if we don't, perform here, it could be curtains. I could be fired. And the boss is here, too. Right? I'm standing up straight and everything. I took a shower. James Bassmeyer's back here from Evansville, and he's helping us out, too. So.
Okay, good. Well, thank you, guys. We'll check in and see how that food's going in a few minutes.
Great.
In the meantime, we return to the...
Nope. Here's what just happened.
What happened?
Big Green Egg folks are here. It's delicious food. It's so easy to cook outside. Mm-hmm. Tom looks at the guy from... we need to get you some green aprons.
Yeah.
He's wearing a green apron, a khaki green.
Right, but it is green.
With the logo on it.
Stitched Big Green Egg on it.
Saying,
gorgeous. And then, shut up, he's wearing a gray T-shirt. Clearly a different color from the apron. That is great. And he says, that apron's not green, it's gray.
And poor Mark is so polite.
I know.
Yeah. He just took it.
Do you see how it's harder and harder to work with you every day?
So sorry.
Everything's fine. Nope, they're loading them up in their trunk.
Kansas City Chiefs super fan. You've seen these guys. All the NFL teams have them.
Yeah.
Well, the Kansas City Chiefs super fan has taken it to another level.
Really?
He's known as Chiefsaholic.
No.
He's addicted to Chiefahol?
It's like alcohol loaded
that
with
poor
the Chiefs.
best. Yeah.
This is wrong in two different ways.
Well, wait till you get a load of this way.
It gets worse.
He was indicted by a federal grand jury Wednesday for allegedly robbing a string of banks in the Midwest and laundering the stolen cash.
Oh, that Chiefaholic.
Casinos, according to a statement from the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Western District of Missouri.
No kidding. So he went to casinos to launder the money and...
Xavier Babudar, the man behind the popular social media handle and the Chiefsaholic outfit, arrested last month in alleged robbery in Iowa last year. Wow. The FBI used bank records, casino transactions, and other documents and discovered his cell phone was placed in cities. That's where they get you on Dateline. Previously unsolved robberies took place, according to the statement. He's 28 years old, 19-count indictment charged earlier in the week, 11 counts of money laundering, allegedly responsible for 6 robberies, 2 attempted robberies, a 9-month stretch between March and December of 22.
Does he wear the suit when he does the robberies?
I don't think he
What's
does.
the suit look like? Is it
I think that would make you stand out. I don't think you want to do
a
that.
mockery of...
Babudar gained fame by attending most Chiefs games. I've seen this guy watching the game on the TV. He's dressed in a gray masked wolf suit. Authorities alleged he was able to finance his travel and attendance to Chiefs games through robbing banks. Initially arrested in December of 2022 in Bixby, Oklahoma. And here I have a picture of him. There he is. I don't know what the...
Oh, yeah, I remember that
You
guy.
remember this guy?
Sure.
Yeah,
You've seen him in the NFL games.
Yeah.
Looks like Teen Wolf.
Head to toe. And
Yeah.
this is what's really interesting to me about this is he's wearing Zubaz.
Yes, he is.
The loose, thin sweatpants.
Mm-hmm.
He's wearing the official Kansas City Chiefs Zubaz.
Which are also the Washington Commanders Zubaz. They just changed the logo. But go ahead, Tom.
Okay. Boy, Chiefsaholic, that's such an unfortunate name.
More like Thiefsaholic, huh?
You're right, Pat. You're right.
And now a song about the Chiefsaholic.
Some of his earnings, by the way, came from betting on Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs to win the Super Bowl.
How do you launder money at a casino?
You walk in, you take $10,000, turn it into $5,000 and leave.
This,
You go in, you take your money. No, you take your money in.
Yeah.
You buy chips.
Yeah.
You take the chips back. You go and an hour later you come back, cash your chips in, fresh money.
There you go.
Ah, okay.
Clean.
Gotcha.
I'm assuming he had some sort of season tickets, and this seems to be a picture from a person who sat next to him. Also, and she's holding a sign that says, "I was not the getaway driver at a Chiefs game."
Wow.
Man.
This is
already?
This is his legal team's official response. This is a press release. The government's announcement today of its 19-count indictment provides an unfair and unjust portrayal of Xavier. The truth is, since 2018, Xavier, a.k.a. Chiefsaholic, has entertained, inspired, unified, and motivated Kansas Cityans and the Chiefs Kingdom and hundreds of millions of football fans around the world. It's now the fourth quarter of the most important game of Xavier's life.
Oh, jeez.
The legal team believes his innocence will ultimately be proven to the public and are confident, once all the facts are known, that he'll be redeemed in the eyes of his supporters, admirers, and Chiefs Kingdom.
Okay. Oh, well, good luck to him.
There you go.
He's just
He
a suspect.
is in custody.
Thank you very much.
No bond.
Okay, coming up.
More sports coming up.
We've got Big Green Egg Steaks.
And food, I hope. I'm going to pass out from
we
the
have food
smells.
coming up. Also, a gigantic bosom in the news.
Yay!
And LOL is OUT. We'll find out what that means. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
More Bob and Tom next. Got a comment? Our email is bobandtom@bobandtom.com.
This is a mini meditation guided by Bombas. Repeat after me. I'm comfy. I'm cozy. I have 0 blisters on my toes. And that's because I wear Bombas, the softest socks, underwear, and T-shirts that give back. One purchased equals one donated. Now go to bombas.com/listen and use code LISTEN for 20% off your first purchase. That's bombas.com/listen and use code LISTEN at checkout.
This episode is brought to you by Indeed. When your computer breaks, you don't wait for it to magically start working again. You fix the problem. So why wait to hire the people your company desperately needs? Use Indeed's sponsored jobs to hire top talent fast. And even better, you only pay for results. There's no need to wait. Speed up your hiring with a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
Concerts.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. There's Christy Lee.
Hi.
She's at the news desk.
I am. Happy to be here today.
You're the one.
Yeah.
There's Pat Godwin. He's in the performance room.
Hey, Chick.
Josh Arnold, the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair.
Hello.
There's Ace Cosby.
Hey.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
Got a little treat, a little special surprise treat for everybody.
Talk to me.
Well, we're in a few minutes, we're going to be eating because we've got the crew. The Big Green Egg crew is here, and I want to remind you that once the NFL season starts, we will be passing out. Well,
Often imitated, never duplicated. The Chick McGee Shoe of the Week. We started this 30 years ago. I've never finished under 500, as far as I know.
The point is,
we're going to pick the games every week according to the point spread.
And we're going to give away the
Step into the octagon.
We're going to give away the Big Green Eggs. We'll give you some details on that.
Wow.
But right now, I believe we're going to switch gears. There we go.
All right.
We've gone out to the porch there.
And
God! We have Mark, Tom, and Donnie, our crew, doing the Big Green Egg cooking right now. But also, ladies and gentlemen,
have to take this picture and put American Gothic over it with these two.
Okay, we have Jess Hooker out there, and there's a guy wearing a tie. I've got the proper intro, and here it is.
Now here's Jeff Oskay with what you failed to mention news.
Jeffrey?
That's right. Hey, I'm Jeff Oskay. We give you a lot of the news each week. We don't give you all the news, so I'm here to give you the news that we failed to mention. I have a special guest with me who, Jess Hooker, is, I'm going to make her read a couple of these. Let's see how they go. Jess, here's your opener.
I feel like a background singer. I'm a little bit behind you. I feel like I should be doing something like this.
Jess, you'll be reading these cold. You've not seen these?
Yeah, he chose this one specific for me. I'm just going to do the opener.
Okay.
A woman discovered a live frog in her bag of salad mix. What you failed to mention, hey, at least we know it's fresh.
Hey! See, I let her bomb on that one, so I didn't have to.
Nice.
You're welcome.
We learned gourmet water bars are now a thing. Gourmet water bars are now a thing. Advertising Artisanal water, some costing upwards of $100. What you failed to mention, H2No. H2No. I feel like now you're forced to laugh. You can leave. I'm sorry. Eddie, you want to read a joke? No, he waves it off.
Eddie.
They want Eddie. Come on. All right, here, I'll do one while he works his way over. I don't know if you guys heard last week, I had a corporate. I did a doctor's convention. What I failed to mention, I was introduced at 7, but I didn't come in the room for 52 minutes.
Yeah!
Just to let them know how I felt.
That'll show them.
Yeah. Hey, come on, Eddie. Come on, get over here, Eddie.
Eddie is our engineer.
I won't make you read that one. Here's a Peyton Manning one you can read.
6 years in a row.
Here we go. Eddie, our sound engineer. Let's do it, Eddie. Get in the mic.
All right.
You got this, Eddie.
Peyton Manning is going to be professor at his alma mater, the University of Tennessee. What you failed to mention, pay attention. If he throws an eraser at you, it'll probably leave a scar.
That's right. Throws a football hard. Give it up for Eddie.
Thank you. And Eddie tossed the joke.
He did. Hope it didn't land on one of the Big Green Eggs.
Hey, some weirdo from the back.
Yeah, let's do this one. Oh,
what is
not
that?
that one. This
is
one's
that Tom?
That's Harley.
Here's a better one. Nope, that one's horrible.
This is the gentleman who makes the pickled
watermelon.
Yes.
Here you go. Here's a sex one for you.
All right.
Okay.
You can read it. Reverse cowgirl.
Reverse cowgirl.
Step
up to the mic.
Oh, yeah, put that mic on your
Reverse
lips.
cowgirl is the most dangerous sex position.
What you failed to mention.
The least dangerous sex position is still 96.
96! Back to back. Nope. Here, let's try.
That's what that
is.
Let's try to
I did not get the joke.
I know. You have to use your brain.
No, I thought 96 was die on top.
Let's try this again. This time, read this one. Reverse cowgirl is the most dangerous sex position. What you failed to mention.
The least
No.
Oh, always thought the most dangerous sex position was missionary.
With your buddy's wife.
Oh,
that's a dangerous sex position. Thanks for playing along. All right. Back on the grill, buddy.
So did you forget to put the with your buddy's wife on the sheet?
No, it's right here.
Okay.
Dramatic pause.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, an 80-year-old couple got married in the nursing home. What you failed to mention, there's something blue where the veins on the back of their hands.
Hey. That happens with old people.
They were so old they didn't consummate the marriage. They consummated the marriage.
Consummate.
That's right.
Marriage.
Broth for everyone. All right.
I admire the stretch on that.
Thanks. Oh, let's try this one. A woman ended up in the hospital with multiple stitches after being attacked by an otter while tubing down a river. What you failed to mention, otter taking a kayak. Otter taking
taking a kayak. I see.
Yeah, that sucked. Oh, here, that one's going on the grill. Open it up.
Open it.
That baby's flammable. Okay.
All right. A woman in Texas was mowing her lawn when she was attacked by a snake that fell from the sky, and then by a hawk that had been carrying the snake. What you failed to mention, the woman typically eats 5 to 7 peyote buttons before mowing the lawn. We had a news story talking about the best way to cool down a pig. What you failed to mention, Ace, you missed your chance. How do you cool down a pig?
I don't know.
You use a swine cooler. A swine cooler. That's going on the grill.
Bartles and James joke.
Whoa.
Oh, he literally threw it on the grill. Will you knock it off, Oskay?
And finally,
you ruined my steak, pal.
Finally, they're trying to teach a sumo wrestler to be a football offensive lineman. What you failed to mention, the main issue, he keeps throwing salt over his shoulder into the quarterback's eyes before each play. No?
Hey, when they sumo,
they throw salt?
Good fortune.
Yeah,
I was not aware of that. I'm not a fan.
Anyone who's watched 1 second of sumo would have gotten it. And finally, I like to go out on a big loser. Nudist in Catalina are complaining that clothed people are running them off of their beaches. What you failed to mention, first time I've ever heard Catalonia and thought, more dressing.
What?
Is that a salad joke?
Yeah, you guys have never had Catalonia dressing? It's horrible.
In the Catalina?
Catalina
Oh,
dressing.
yeah, Catalina, Catalonia. Thanks, Ace. Thanks for the save, buddy. I am doing well today. And finally.
You've teased us with finally a couple times.
I know. I'm trying to go out on a win.
You got this.
Son of a...
Here we go. Here we go.
And finally, Kelly Hardy received a certification from the Guinness Book of World Records. She holds the world record for the largest collection of toothbrushes at 1,618. What you failed to mention, that's one tartar-free home. I bet you she doesn't even have tartar sauce in her fridge. This has been the news that we failed to mention.
You see, Christy, tartar could have two meanings.
Yeah. Win, lose.
Jeff must have had a lot going on this week at home.
I did, man. It's the first week back to school. The kids are killing me. I went to the state fair the other day. I got ran over by a guy on one of those mobility scooters, so I've had a limp the whole time.
There we go.
Which, by the way, if you walked, you wouldn't need that mobility scooter, you fat son of a bitch. And I'm done.
And your cable, the next door neighbor drove off and got the cable.
He got my cable line and just drove off with it on his bumper like the hillbilly that he is. So, having a great
You've
week.
had a week, huh?
All right.
What a week.
We love you, Jeff.
Okay, Jeff Oskay, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Now, Jeff actually is going to be working with Mr. Godwin, I understand. Mm-hmm. Is that correct?
Cedar Rapids, yeah.
Cedar Rapids, Iowa, with Patty G. The Olympic Theater coming up Saturday, September 30th for some great live stuff. Pat's television special should be out soon. We also know that Josh Arnold's album is just around the corner.
Yes, November 3rd.
If you consider Thanksgiving right around the corner.
I mean, we've been waiting for a while.
Yeah, November 3rd. Specifics coming soon.
Exactly right.
All right. Now, other things happening in Josh's life, things happening at his house. This is the time of year when it's nice enough outside to get some work done and nice enough inside all the time. But you're getting some work done from our friends at Angie. Tell me more.
That's right. Angie's made it easier than ever to connect with skilled professionals to get all your home projects done well. And those are the words that matter to me, or at least skilled, done well, because those are things I'm not and can't do. But if you own a home, you know how much work it can take. My gosh, everyday maintenance and repairs always rearing their ugly heads. But oftentimes we have a dream project we want to make a reality. That's more positive. It can be hard just to know where to start no matter what you're talking about doing. But now all you need to do is Angie that. Find a skilled local pro who will deliver the quality and expertise you require. Angie has over 20 years of home service experience. They've combined it with new tools to simplify the whole process. Go ahead. Bring them your project online or use that Angie app. Answer a few questions and Angie can handle the rest from start to finish. Angie can also help you compare quotes from multiple pros and connect with them instantly. That means you can take care of just about any home project in only a few taps. Because when it comes to getting the most out of your home, you can do this when you Angie that. Download the free Angie mobile app today or visit their website, Angie.com. That's ANGI.com. Get that house happier and better than you ever thought it could be with Angie.
Thank you very much, Angie. Thank you very much, Josh. Coming up, we have an interesting story about what happens if your breasts are too large, ladies. It may prevent you from having a certain type of fun.
Yeah.
We'll find out about that. What could that be all about? Coming up, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
It's time for basketball, and Uber Eats is dropping deals on game day favorites to keep you locked in on the action. Like when you're craving a buzzer beater, but also buffalo wings. Or when an upset makes you want to ugly cry into a pizza. And right now, Uber Eats has game day deals from McDonald's, Popeyes, Pizza Hut, Wendy's, and hundreds more local favorites. So you can keep your eyes on the ball and your hands on a hamburger. Order now, only on Uber Eats. Product availability varies by region. See app for details.
This episode is brought to you by Coffee Mate. After watching this season of the HBO's original series, The White Lotus, this is the tropical getaway I needed. One more pina colada, please.
Hey, you're not on mute.
Oh, I thought I was in paradise. Turns out it was my Coffee Mate. Coffee Mate pina colada and Thai-iced coffee-flavored creamers. Inspired by the newest season of HBO's original series, The White Lotus. For the love of coffee. Try now.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Mm-hmm.
There's Pat Godwin. He's in the performance room.
Hello.
Christy's eating chicken, I believe.
Yeah, I am.
Yes,
Chicken wings.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hey.
He's at the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair. There's Ace Cosby. Hey. I'm Chick McGee. And now here's Tom.
Well, thank you very much, Chick.
Fingers are crossed.
We have our Big Green Egg guys hanging out with us this morning. And we're getting ready for the NFL season, and as part of that, we'll allow you to make some picks, and you might pick yourself all the way into having the beautiful Big Green Egg Mini-Max in your backyard. That's right, we're going to give away a whole bunch of these babies, and it involves your sports picks, and you'll also get to pick against Mr. Chick McGee.
That's right.
We had a bunch of great winners last year. We'll have some winners again coming up. I can't help but notice you're smacking your lips, Christy Lee.
Yeah, I'm done eating. Thank you for indulging.
Yeah, I had those delicious chicken wings.
I did too. I had a little bit of a hot dog and some zucchini bread.
I don't know that chicken wings get juicier than they do on the Big Green Egg.
Yeah, it was
delicious.
good.
Just so good.
Very, very good. Now, we've also been talking a little bit about the Tooth Fairy. We were having a discussion about economics with children.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this is worth the wait. The essence of this article was a lot of parents aren't preparing their kids to be sound.
I'm guilty of this.
Use of money. And we were talking about with Tooth Fairy inflation. Apparently, the average tooth is now worth about $7.30 or something.
Something like that. Crazy.
Seems high.
Yeah,
very high.
But I'm very old. So,
but I got this nice letter from a fellow Tom. He writes, I was doing a service call in a customer's house. They had a letter on the refrigerator. It was from their young child who had written to Santa Claus, letting Santa know that she had recently lost a tooth and was not going to put it under her pillow until Christmas Eve because she knew that the Tooth Fairy and Santa Claus probably never get to meet each other, and she was going to make it happen.
Oh, how nice.
What a sweet kid.
Sweet.
Yes.
Oh, isn't that nice? The Tooth Fairy leaves a $5 at our house, writes Steve.
Okay.
I only received quarters when I was a kid. Gradually, they moved up to dollars, but inflation is real. When my son had his first loose tooth, he refused to let us pull it. One day, he accidentally swallowed it while having some chips.
Oh.
Yeah.
We told him the Tooth Fairy doesn't accept IOUs, so he'd better hope it comes out.
Oh.
It was during the summer.
Who had to panhandle for that?
Yeah.
Well, his wife.
Oh,
No.
what?
As he puts it, she stayed on, quote, bucket patrol. The tooth eventually passed. After a rubber glove-clad dig and a soapy rinse, he got his money. A nice story about the Tooth Fairy.
You can
You're
just
welcome.
tell your kid the Tooth Fairy
Yeah. I'm sorry.
will still accept
Yes.
that.
Yes.
You don't have to actually
You don't
dig
have
through
to
the
do
poop.
that.
This is a good parenting. Thank you very much. We appreciate
it?
your letters. It's time now to go back to the sports desk.
You're talking about the NFL season coming up with the Big Green Egg and the shoe-in of the week. Each and every week we'll pick the NFL games. Well, it's already been officially announced. Taylor Swift will not be at Super Bowl 58, February 11th, 2024 in Las Vegas, Nevada. How about that? She said no already. According to reports, Taylor Swift would be a logical choice given her successful year, but she is already passed, according to a report from a website called The Daily Double. We don't know if this is just spin from Swift Nation headquarters.
God.
And the NFL has said, famously, they don't pay acts to be in the Super Bowl. The acts pay the NFL.
She has no.
She of course, doesn't have.
She doesn't need it.
She's bigger than the.
This is the largest selling tour in history.
Here we go. Evidently this came out. The rumor last year was that she was going to be at the Super Bowl, but then do you remember who it was? Of course not. Who does? It was Rihanna. It was Rihanna. Who said Rihanna?
I did. Godwin. Yeah.
Oh, way to go, Godwin. So now she's looking at Super Bowl. They're trying to. Yeah, exactly. They're trying to hopefully get some talk going about maybe Taylor Swift is coming. And here's Ace Cosby.
Well, it's in Vegas, so I'm sure they're going to do something Vegas-y, big, over the top.
You mean something schmaltzy and Vegas-y?
Yeah. You can't get much bigger than Taylor Swift, Vegas or not. Yeah. That's for sure. So, and that brings us to this part. Stupid world record. A movie lover from Pennsylvania. Can you turn the button bar up, Ace? Thank you. A movie lover from Pennsylvania has broken the Guinness World Record for the most films seen in a cinema in 1 year.
All right.
Mr. Zach Swope broke the previous record of 715 after attending a total of 777 screenings between July of 22 and July of 23.
Jeez.
The 32-year-old watched a variety of different films for this record attempt. Oh, really? Beginning with Minions, Rise of Gru.
Sorry to hear it.
And finished with Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. In order to achieve the record, all films must be watched in their entirety, and each one must be watched independently of any other activity, meaning that Zach could not take naps or look at his phone while in the cinema.
Why do this?
I don't know. And Zach was not even permitted to eat or drink while watching.
What? That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, that's not real.
No.
No popcorn?
Zach was monitored by cinema employees during each screening to ensure he didn't break the rules. Zach undertook the challenge while working a full-time job. The film Zach watched most was Puss in Boots, The Last Wish.
No, there's something wrong with that.
There's something really wrong with this.
He saw it 47 times.
Oh.
I saw it once.
Some of the other most watched movies, Super Mario Brothers movie, he saw 35 times.
Right, this is not a...
and Thor, Love and Thunder, he watched 33 times.
This is not a normal functioning adult.
No.
Zach's favorite film, much like Tom's, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
Sorry. I hated it. No, this is a man show.
His least favorite film of the year was The Devil Conspiracy. He only watched that once. I have not heard of that.
Who knows? This is...
Did he have a date for any of the 700-plus viewings?
I would guess no.
Assuming he rode there on his bike.
Or walked, lived close.
Do they have to be... Could they be pornos?
No movie theater is showing those.
Can we talk about anything without you mentioning?
Hey, can I see?
Porno.
Can I see Dungeons of Flesh 2? Do I have to see the first one? Is the Puss in Boots movie that good? By the way,
No, I didn't like it.
I didn't even see it, but I.
Pat, you would not be able to sit through it. What was it, 47 times?
No, not at all. My son loved it though. I did not.
Okay,
I love the first Puss in Boots.
Look, this is not a. This is.
I don't think it has
special case.
Anything to do with how good the movies are. How many times you watch the movie?
This is a
I
special
think he
case.
sleeps.
This was either
He's not
send him
allowed
to
to
the
sleep.
movies or
How
pay.
do they know?
The employees keep an eye on him. I just told you.
Yeah, but
How reliable can they be?
right.
Yeah, you know, movie theater
Well, I
employees.
sit next to him while he's watching.
Every person I've ever known who worked at a movie theater is an awful person.
Josh,
Josh,
didn't you work in a movie
Many
theater?
years I was part of the cinema business, and
You were in the movie business.
Popcorn pusher.
I was very proud. I had pride in my work, and we all did. In fact, that's what made me crew chief and then eventual manager.
You were manager.
Crew chief and then manager, yes.
Nice.
I managed like 4
I'd
different
like to
theaters.
see some documentation.
Really? Of me being...
Yes.
I'll have you know, I managed many multiplexes in the St. Louis area.
Many?
Yes.
You would go from multiplex to multiplex.
That's right. As I started at a 3-screen, moved up to an 8.
Whoa.
That's right.
Whoa!
Eventually to a 14, my friend.
14?
How do you
Yeah.
manage 14 screens?
And then back to an 8.
Oh, okay.
14 was too much.
14's too much.
Too many movies. Okay, thank you very much.
This gentleman's name is Dick Bigger.
Come on now.
Mr. Bigger is going viral after getting his baseball signed at the Illinois State Fair. Twitter user Trent Sprague shared an image of Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker signing baseballs for a man named Dick Bigger Jr. of Biggsville, Illinois, on Governor's Day at the fair. I'm not sure why. I'm reading this story.
I would have thought Illinois Governor's Day would have been held at a prison.
Dick Roger.
They get to never mind.
Twitter user Sprague explained that Bigger has politicians sign baseballs every year he attends the fair. Making news, of course. And even has a ball signed by former President Barack Obama. The tweet has since gone viral with users delighted by Bigger's name.
I see.
What's his name again?
What?
No.
You know what his name is, don't you? Don't you?
You're
What
just
is
making
it?
chicks say.
I think I may be getting his emails. In the subject heading.
According to a tiny website called The Big Lead, this is not the first time Bigger has gotten national attention. Dick Bigger Jr. was the subject of several late-night show jokes back in November. He appeared in a campaign ad for Illinois State Comptroller Susan Mendoza.
Why are we doing this?
The guy's name is Dick Bigger.
For what?
All right, see, if that's the only reason, you're losing it, pal.
No, we're doing it because Pat has a song.
Why didn't you say so?
When I was born, my parents should have known. Gave me a name, one hell of a name. Like a porn star carrying a heavy load, I've got a name, got quite a name. And it's the same name that my daddy had. Oh, you think he'd know better, naming me Dick Bigger. Teasing me on the schoolyard, laughing at my ID card. I'm going home so they won't see me cry. Dick Bigger.
A nice tribute to the late, great Jim Croce.
Yeah.
And Dick Bigger Jr., that makes it even worse, don't you think? Is it big? Is it small?
Like the attention.
You think so?
Is it big? Is
Yes.
it small?
I heard it was the idea of his wife.
Really?
The elder Mr. Bigger.
Cooter?
No. His name is
Cooter Bigger? Well, what was her maiden name?
Well, I don't know. What was her maiden name?
Gape.
Cooter Gape.
Mrs. Cooter Gape.
Thank you very much. Very helpful.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't sully the Dick Bigger story, did I? I didn't take away from that.
Upending the comedy. A New Jersey man has broken the Guinness World Record for the largest collection of Pez dispensers. Brian Trallman of North Caldwell, New Jersey, earned the record title with his collection of 5,548 Pez dispensers.
Another loser.
While some Pez dispensers in his collection... I love it. I love your sum up paragraph. While some Pez dispensers in his collection are only worth between $1 and $2, there are plenty worth more than $20. Some worth more than $100, and multiple dispensers worth more than $1,000. And a few of them are even worth more than
Good Lord.
$10,000.
A $10,000 Pez dispenser. How cool is that?
That could have been
Which
one
one is
sentence,
it?
though.
Yeah, it could have been
They range
one
from $1 to
Yeah.
over $1,000.
Did they give you a word?
You did BS your way through Columbia.
A word count
Yeah.
for these stories you do?
So which one is the most expensive?
Well, use your imagination.
That's a very good question, and it's not answered.
The Sirhan one is worth a lot. They didn't make a ton of those.
Oh.
Yeah,
I mean, it looks...
The Jeffrey Epstein Pez dispenser goes for quite a bit.
Oh, wow.
I'm sorry. Am I trying jokes to do anything with this story?
Well, I'm sure the Jeffrey Epstein one was...
No, the most valuable is the Nicole Brown Pez. Absolutely.
It's certainly the most accurate. Yes.
He does have one that has Prince Harry and Meghan Markle.
Oh,
No
God.
kidding. Pez, they made those?
Yeah, apparently.
What's the Venn diagram of fans of them and Pez eaters?
I can't imagine.
I remember loving Pez as a kid.
I have a friend that has a lot of Pez.
I bet you do.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry about it.
It's delicious candy.
She's very sweet.
It's
She's
fun. It's a fun
very
way to...
interesting.
I don't know that it is delicious candy.
No.
It's terrible candy. It's just the fun part.
That's why they came up with the dispenser. We're not selling any of this bull
Didn't they just
crap.
have little chocolate nuggets instead of the candy? I think they did.
They did?
No
I
kidding.
think so, yeah.
I don't remember that.
There's a international event every year in Vienna, Austria.
Oh, my God, he's still talking.
Of Pez collectors.
Wow.
So it'd be kind of a fun time.
Oh, really? For what, 2 minutes?
We'll send you there.
Because if you go to Austria, you want to go to the Pez dispensers. There's nothing else to see there. Okay?
This article really, it says, for example, he has some regrets when it comes to certain dispensers that he didn't buy. And he says, I've passed up on a few I should have. I think about those often. Well, what are they?
Yeah.
Don't you think it would be more helpful if he said whatever it was?
Okay.
This isn't always the case in the world, but it's definitely the case in this situation. We would have all been better off had we not known anything about this at all.
You don't think so?
No, I don't know.
You didn't. Did you know that there was?
I prefer the Dick Bigger story to the Pez story.
Do you?
At least it had a song.
A little song at the end.
Yeah.
Want to whip up a Pez song?
I don't think there's anything there.
Pez.
Somebody can take
I'll come back
do it without your Pez on. Yeah. Take the Steely Dan tune.
Well, no. What about
it's got some jazz chords and everything.
Pez.
Oh,
this is a $1 Pez.
Did you know Did you know that not only is this guy's name Dick Bigger, but he is from Biggsville, Illinois?
Yeah, it was in the story.
But did you know there was a Biggsville, Illinois?
Yes.
You did?
I did when I read the story.
How about prior to that?
It's really something.
Okay.
No, Pryor's from Peoria.
Richard
Pryor, thank you very
Peoria,
much.
Illinois.
What else is happening in sports?
That's it. That wraps it up.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm giving up.
Dude. This is what you farted for.
I'm going to eat my steak from the Big Green Egg. Wherever you go, whatever you do, always be a good sport.
Well, hang on there, Chris.
Boy, he does have a lot of Pez.
What now?
He has a lot of Pez.
Oh, now she's doing it.
Yeah,
you bothered to follow up?
Yeah.
But I mean, like you'll find the same thing I did, which is the article has very few specifics about which Pez dispensers are worth the most, which ones he's trying to get. He just says that there are a few worth more than $10,000.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to try rice-a-roni for the first time here, Tom.
All right.
You were talking. You and Ace are the only gentlemen and only people that have had this.
We were talking about rice-a-roni because we had an interesting news story about people apparently having intimate relations in those driverless cars in San Francisco. Mm-hmm. Quite controversial, actually. There are quite a few of them, but they're on the loose. And they're picking people up and taking them places, and they interviewed several people who were actually mounting one another inside the.
I'll go ahead and put my fork down while
inside the inside the.
The setup is everything.
The larger point here is that it's in San Francisco, which of course is the home of rice-a-roni, and none of you guys had ever had it.
Right.
Give the rice-a-roni a taste here, Josh.
All right.
Because both Ace and I are big fans. And your thoughts? Taste like
rice.
I don't know.
Yeah, it tastes like rice, right?
On the Big Green Egg,
orphanage food.
You don't think it's a treat? So you asked me to stop the show so you could try it. Then you tried it, and your review is nothing?
No, it's orphanage food.
Orphanage.
I don't know what that means. You don't care for it?
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Okay, all right. Well, we're going to be eating some Big Green Egg steaks in a matter of moments. And I'll remind you that the Big Green Egg Fest, the Egg Fest, is on the road. Lots of stops coming up, including Shelbyville, Kentucky, Little Rock, Arkansas, Pensacola, Florida, Shipshewana, Indiana, Novi, Michigan, and more. And we are coming right back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Get a look at today's show on our YouTube channel.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hi.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello.
Josh Arnold over there in the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair.
Hey, Chick.
That's Ace Cosby. Hey. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold with our special guest. Hasn't been around in a while.
Got a handful of guests coming in later. It's the first baseball game guy, famous on this show, Dan St. Paul.
That's then
for that classic piece.
But now, who's our guest? Yes,
this is what you do. So you preview.
Nope. You concentrate on the now. Try it just once.
Mike Vecchione.
Hey.
Now, do you do the Vecchione or is it Vecchione?
It's just Vecchione.
Vecchione.
Yeah.
Okay.
Vecchione would be almost too Italian. You can't over-Italian people.
Yeah. Well, we'll be talking to Mike. We've got a couple things we have to get to. First of all, special thanks to the gents from the Big Green Egg. And we've just enjoyed a tremendous breakfast. And there's plenty left, by the way, Mike, of steak and rice-a-roni this morning. Because, well, I mean,
do you see what you've done, though? Here's what you've done. You've taken the nice fellows from the Big Green Egg. There they are.
Yeah, there they are.
Uh-huh.
They bring the Big Green Egg, and they have steak and meat, and this gentleman makes these magical pickled watermelon rind wrapped in bacon. Just unbelievable food. And you've made it a show about rice-a-roni. Are you happy?
Very good.
And it's his fault.
Because
because you're scared of Ace, isn't it?
No, I'll explain to our guest, Mike. You see, we were talking about this thing in San Francisco in which people are actually having intimate relations in those driverless taxis.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, well, not so nice because those driverless taxis all have in-car cameras. So,
well, doubly nice then.
Yeah, those people may be. And we were talking about San Francisco, and of course, I mentioned the most famous dish in San Francisco is rice-a-roni.
Correct.
The San Francisco treat.
Oh, yeah.
Which none of these guys had ever had. I was stunned.
Never had it.
And is that a thumbs up on the rice-a-roni?
Growing up, my family was somehow too poor for rice-a-roni. It was like something we wished we could eat.
I'm with you. We didn't. My mom said, "You get rice, that's it. We can't afford rice-a-roni."
But a bag of rice.
Yes.
But what about the intimate relations in a car? That was the whole thing.
Yeah, that's really exciting.
mean,
let's go out to our porch here. I can see that we have Mark and who else have you got there?
James Bassmeyer, the boss.
Okay, the boss is here. Hey, boss.
Hey, Tom, how you doing?
Good. Thanks for the Big Green Eggs. We're going to be giving away the Big Green Egg Mini Maxes throughout the NFL season. There's one right there. It involves your sports picks. It's a lot of fun. You get to pick against Chick McGee. Anybody can enter.
That's right.
It's not time to enter yet. We're waiting for the real NFL season to start.
Anybody can do better. Come on in. Yeah.
And I guess I should point out, James, that the rice-a-roni was not cooked on the Big Green Egg. Is that correct?
I believe it was heated up on a Big Green Egg.
Yeah.
Oh, it was?
Yes.
Last night it was prepared on the...
How many different ways can one man be wrong?
I can tell you someone who can tell you how many. I didn't realize that. Well, even better then.
Yeah. It's even better that I haven't heard anything about a radish? That's all I heard. I was listening to your guys' show driving up from Evansville, and the radish song got stuck. I'm sorry, Christy. God, that is horrible.
Yeah, he's right.
He's right.
That is from the famous stage play The Fantastics, which ran for 42 years in New York.
Mike Vecchione, you're a New Yorker.
Yes.
Did you ever see The Fantastics?
The Fantastics. Never heard of it before. Ever.
So New York, Yankees and Mets are falling off of it. Never heard of the Fantastics. Yeah.
Well, anyways, fellas, thanks for the steaks. Thank you, James.
Thanks for having us. Not a problem. I just I hope Ace liked his steak.
Very good.
And glad to be with y'all. I've been listening to you for years, and I think this is year 3 of this program. So
yeah,
thanks.
we love
we
it.
had fun. Yeah, and we should put on Ace likes his steak well done.
No pink.
What is it again?
No pink.
No pink.
James disagrees with you.
Sorry about that. I hope to see y'all at an Egg Fest soon.
Yes,
okay,
they're wonderful events.
Thank you.
All right, James.
Are the Egg Fest fans called Eggheads?
Yes, they are. All called Eggheads.
Of course. That makes sense. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Now, we can get back to the action now. We do have Mike. We did offer you, Mike, some.
Yeah, you guys are eating T-bone steaks at 6 a.m. That's pretty. That seems pretty healthy.
Delicious. Being a comedian, I imagine your idea of probably 4 a.m. Waffle House.
Yeah. Oh, I love the Waffle House.
Sure.
I love it. We don't have them in New York, so whenever I go to a place where there's a Waffle House, I can feel the feral energy. Not far. I just love it. Starbucks is so appropriate. The Waffle House is like wild.
Yes.
Yeah. I think that it's very rare that a sober person is in a Waffle House at any time.
That's right.
I think they're delicious.
Sure.
I recently ate at a Waffle House. Thank you very much. And again, very disappointed that they didn't have pancakes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, hence the name.
Yep. Waffle. It's not Pancake House.
Yeah.
Maybe you think they'd have both.
The International House of Pancakes?
Oh, yeah.
Do they have waffles there?
I don't know.
I think the International House of Pancakes is just for diplomats. The Waffle House is for like everyday hard scrabble people.
Yeah, that's right.
You know,
the riffraff.
I'm at the International House of Pancakes. I saw Thant.
How about that?
The long deceased head of the UN. We have Christy Lee at the Bob and Tom News Desk. Have we missed anything?
We have missed a lot.
No, we're missing a lot just sitting here. Go
How
ahead,
about
Christy.
the 6-year-old from Pennsylvania who has been named the 2023 Kids Mullet Champion?
Oh, really?
WPVI TV.
Rhode Island? I don't know.
Pennsylvania.
That seems like something they should do at a state fair.
Yeah, for
Name
sure.
the mullet, yeah.
Reports that young Mr. Roy Ehrlich won the contest this week. The first grader received a cash prize of $5,000.
Nice.
Which Rory says he plans to use to, quote, buy my sister an alpaca and go to wing night again and save a little money for wounded warriors.
That is so mullet. I love that.
That's exactly what you would do with $5,000 if you had a mullet.
Yeah, what a great kid, though. He's giving money to wounded warriors and buying his sister an alpaca.
alpaca?
How much is an alpaca?
I don't think you can get one for $5,000.
Maybe someone will step up and give this kid
a used one.
Does he have enough money to get a better haircut?
Not a fan of the mullet, Mike?
Karen Ulrich, Roy's mother, added that her son was also invited to a Phillies game where he met John, is it Kruk? K-R-U-K?
John Kruk.
And
The
talked
one
mullets
ball
with
man.
them. Yeah.
Yes, he does have one testicle.
Famously, he only has one testicle. That's right.
No, I think it's very important. John Kruk made a point of discussing testicular cancer, and it was very helpful. And,
Does he have a mullet? I'm not aware.
Croc would drink a beer and light up a heater after the game.
Exactly.
Well, part of the reason this kid won is he was the only kid under 8 that could finish a whole pack of Newports. So
I don't see you ever wanting to have a mullet. Oh, that's a cool mullet.
Look at that.
You're telling me that's not a cute kid?
Not bad.
Yeah.
That is a cute kid.
classroom in the front, recess in the back.
That's right.
Yeah.
That is a very handsome young fellow.
That is a really interesting cut.
He's going to have a job at the Waffle House.
Wow. Or a contract with the WWE.
Yeah.
One of the two.
Congrats, man.
Yeah, way to go, Roy.
What are you going to do when this mullet runs wild?
Yes.
What a sweet kid, though. He's giving money to charity, doing something for his sister. Now, what did he want? He just wanted to go get some wings?
Wing night.
Good.
Well, I hope someone steps up and helps him get an alpaca for his sister. I hope he lives in a place where you can have an alpaca. Do they need a lot of room?
I almost bet he does.
You think
Well, it'd be nice to have some room. Yeah. I mean,
Clean
they're
up
smaller than a
alpaca
llama, but
Alpacas crap 24 hours a day. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Now,
Now, Christy, is this not your dream to live in a small farm with an
yes,
alpaca?
Absolutely. What? I'd love to have one. 2, 3,
And alpacas
4.
they're like the mini llamas?
Yeah, they're like smaller llamas.
I hope your dream comes true at some point.
No, you don't.
No, I don't.
I knew that.
Do you have to? Do
My
they,
husband thinks the same thing.
do
He's
they
not
graze, or do you have to give them straw? What do they eat? Do you have to have
I don't know.
alpaca
I've
chow?
never had one.
You know what? Rice-A-Roni is what they love.
Isn't that something?
Alpacas. What are the odds of that?
I'm not sure what alpacas eat.
Okay, well, congratulations to this kid, the world's greatest mullet.
Well, congratulations to this kid.
Way to go, Roy.
Now, have they done the adult champion? Has that been crowned yet?
I have no idea.
I think this is kind of I think that'll be coming up next.
It's
Okay.
kind of coming back though, right?
Is it before or after the hot dog eating contest?
I think it's after. I think that's a July 4th thing. The adult's slightly different. The cash usually used for bail money.
That's a hell of a doubleheader. The hot dog eating contest and the mullet contest.
We're coming right back.
Oftentimes the same champion.
Yeah.
Comedian Mike Vecchione hanging out with us. We're going to also be joined by comedian Dan St. Paul, the first baseball game guy. Thanks again to the Big Green Egg folks. And keep your ears on because we'll explain to you how you can win those beautiful Big Green Egg Mini Maxes. And we also have the schedule for the Egg Fest posted in our social media. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Just got to get a hold of us? Call, fax, mail, or email. Get all the contact information you need at bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Here at the Almond Joy Factory, where tropical vibes abound, we use soft, fresh-tasting coconut.
The crunchiest almonds and delicious chocolate candy.
Ah, but do you know what our most important ingredient is? Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Sometimes you don't.
Almond Joy's got nuts and something even way better than that. Yes, Almond Joy is made with almonds and joy.
Good night, itchy eyes. Good night, sudden sneeze. Good night to your symptoms of allergies. Zysol is the allergy medicine you take before bed. It provides powerful relief while you rest your head. Not just all night, but all the next day. Zysol keeps working, keeping allergies at bay. And without those annoying symptoms disturbing your rest, you can wake up the next morning feeling your absolute best. Remember, be wise all. Take Zysol. At night.
Here right now.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hey.
There's Pat Godman.
Godman?
Professional wise. Oh, is it Godwin? I'm sorry.
Yeah, people
I
always
kid.
make that mistake.
There's Josh Arnold at the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair.
Hello.
There's Ace Cosby. Hey. I'm Chick. Here's Tom with our special comedian guest.
Mike Vecchione is our guest. Mike is a stand-up comedian, traveling all over the place. Were you ever advised early in your career maybe to go with a
mullet? I probably would have helped it.
Less ethnic name? Did this maybe become like a
Oh no, that was I think back in the day that used to happen. Dean Martin.
Yeah.
Who's from Steubenville.
Right.
Actually.
And you're from Youngstown, Ohio.
I'm from Youngstown, Ohio. So, but yeah, that was the thing back in the day. I had some relatives who changed their name to Veach.
Oh,
from
really?
Vecchione. Yeah. Sounds more pleasant, I guess. It sounds less. Sounds less intimidating.
That's a cool name. Veach.
Yeah. Veach,
No,
get
Veach.
over here.
Veach.
That actually sounds more ethnic. Veach, where you been? Get over here, Veach.
Veach, you piece of crap.
No, but I love it. We grew up Italian American on both sides. I can't say Italian because people attack you on Instagram if you say Italian. They go, "You're not really Italian. Your parents are not really." They do a whole dive and they really take a piece of you online. I'm amazed that people have this much time online to really comment. They just take time out of their day to set you straight. Yeah. It's really something. So I've been corrected many times that I'm Italian American.
Ah, okay.
So, but grew up Italian American on both sides, and loved it. The food, and the force feeding. The whole thing now, it's like we're such a softer culture now. But back in the day, growing up, it was like eat everything on your plate, and that was like a mandate. They would scream, eat everything on your plate. So now it's like, there's fasting and all kinds of diet fads. And it's like, no, I have to eat everything on my plate. It's just like drilled into your subconscious as a child.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's very, very nice. Great Italian food, certainly.
Yeah.
Some of the best food in the world.
Mm-hmm.
We had some great food today. Not Italian food. We had delicious steaks on the Big Green Egg.
Yeah.
And, of course, rice-a-roni, which is of Asian extraction.
Right.
Well, the roni would be the Italian part, wouldn't it?
Yeah, sure. I guess it's kind of pasta
It's the
and
first
rice.
fusion.
It does have pasta in it.
Pardon me?
It does have pasta in it.
Yeah, but it's mostly the rice. That's what they.
But I think the point is we're
We're
both noodle heavy cultures.
That's right. Yes.
We did steal the noodle from them, but we perfected it into 18 different noodles that we force feed people.
Remember we had earlier. We had the cube of lasagna.
Yes.
That's a big internet thing.
Mike, have you seen
100
that?
layer.
It's the 100-layer lasagna.
Oh, wow.
And Jess Hooker here made the 50-layer for us, and it was,
It was really good, though. Yeah.
It seemed to be 18 inches tall. It was ridiculous.
Like a soccer ball made of lasagna. We have Christy Lee at the news desk. What have we missed over there, Christy?
A Texas woman with size 30J breasts.
Well, that's just. Are they naturally occurring?
I don't know.
I don't know if I'm.
I
of course
doubt
they are.
it.
Better.
No, she's undergone procedures.
Okay.
She may not be able to ride on roller coasters, she says, but she doesn't have any regrets. Katie Ann has undergone 4 procedures to increase the size of her breasts, which now weigh 10 pounds. She says they do make certain aspects of life difficult. She cannot run or do any high-impact activities, and she often has a hard time finding clothing that fits. Yeah, I bet. Katie Ann told Jam Press, quote, "When I do exercise, I will wear 2 bras and a sports bra for maximum support. And going on roller coasters can be, quote unquote, tricky." She explained the shoulder restraint squishes my enormous boobs. And the few times I did go on a roller coaster, there was an element of new excitement because I was worried the shoulder restraint didn't lock properly.
Yeah, it was hard for her to get in the seat. And speaking of hard, the guy that was putting that bar across.
Have you seen her, Tom? There she is.
She's surprisingly not as freakish as I thought she was.
Freakish. No, she's very attractive.
Very attractive.
But her breasts are clearly ridiculously large.
Yeah. And she's
okay.
lactose intolerant.
Oh, there she is.
Yeah.
From what I understand.
One of the great ironies.
Oh, my.
What is the measurement that she? What is
30J.
Oh, for jugs. Okay.
I guess.
That's it. Yep.
Katie Ann has undergone other cosmetic surgeries, including 2
Lips.
butt augmentations,
Lips.
skin tightening surgery, non-invasive procedures such as Botox and lip fillers.
Yeah,
and she got her penis lengthened.
Here's the best part.
That's not that picture, but she's pretty proud of that. Too. That makes her can't ride the roller coaster.
So
she said the majority of her procedures were paid for by sugar daddies.
Good for you, Katie.
Yeah.
I was going to ask, what's her relationship with her father? All those surgeries.
Very, very healthy.
Yeah. I mean, somebody just tell her she's enough.
And Mike, please, let's be accurate. Stepfather.
Why the obsession with roller coasters of all things?
I don't know.
She'd be great in the Dodgem cars.
Why is that,
Those built-in airbags. Or she doesn't need a life jacket. Do they have a sign in front of the at the fair? You must be a D cup or smaller to ride this.
I've never seen that.
A J cup.
At the fair? No, they don't have that sign.
I wonder what the largest natural, and that'd be a world record.
Let's find out.
Yeah.
Let's take guesses.
Certified 100% God-given.
Natural to
higher power given. What do you think?
How about wouldn't the rest of the body be
large as well?
Not necessarily.
Maybe, but
not necessarily.
All right.
So you're suggesting that there should be some kind of a cutoff point for the waistline?
Largest natural boobs. Google says, didn't you search this 3 days ago? Annie Hawkins Turner holds world's largest natural breasts. This is from 2012, though. But this is the first thing that came up.
All right.
My breasts have taken me all over the world, she says.
Yeah, they have.
Japan, London, Germany, Amsterdam. And like every good article, no picture.
and no J or H or D or double.
I'm looking it up.
Double S.
What's her name again?
Oh, my. There's no way.
Annie Hawkins Taylor? Is that what
Annie Hawkins Turner.
Turner.
Here you go, Tom.
Oh, come on.
I mean, what are you going to do, though? Those are her real boobs.
She says they're natural.
I don't want to make this sound desperate, but let me see.
No, it's...
yeah, that's no good.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
I bet that caused her a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
Your mic's not on there. It's the button. Right there you go.
Yeah, they're...
the one that says on.
There you go.
They go down below her groin.
They are... Whew.
But they do look natural because they're not buoyant at all.
No,
there's no
they're
buoyancy.
not. You're right.
So they really just dropped.
Yeah. That makes it sound so
There you go.
Whoa,
there she is.
Yeah.
That doesn't look like...
well, this was 2016, so...
I mean, that's got to be very hard on the back.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, boy.
I mean, you'd have to pull them up just to access the groin area.
At least you can keep your babies in the crib when you feed them.
Hang on a second, Josh.
Those are some large
Well,
breasts.
she's the world record holder, so there you go.
And what's her opinion on roller coasters? Can she ride them or can she not? That seems to be the point of
I
contention
don't
with
think
large
she'd get
breasts.
it.
She can hide one under her left boob. Coming up, we're going to visit with a good friend of the show from way back. Dan St. Paul's going to be joining us. What have we got coming up in the news?
Well, we have the Gen Zers in the news today.
What are those crazy kids up to?
Well, they're replacing LOL with something quite interesting.
Really? Vaping?
Hey, instead of using LOL, you guys just want to vape?
And Gen Z, I always get this mixed up. Is that born after 2000?
Millennials.
Huh?
They're younger than millennials.
Yeah, they're yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And we also have chests back in the news in a different way.
Oh,
okay.
Like hairy chests?
We'll look forward to that.
Find out.
We'll look forward to that in a matter of moments. Right now, I want to do a quick survey. How would you like a free diamond, Christy?
Oh, sure. I'm not going to turn down a free diamond.
Well,
wait a minute. Is this a real diamond?
Well, I'm afraid not. Lab grown. That's why Steven Singer's giving them away as part of a special offer. Because Steven Singer wants real, natural, earth-born diamonds on his shelves, and he wants you to grab them. Maybe you're getting an engagement ring, but if it's $500 or $15,000, Steven wants you to have real, natural, earth-born diamonds. And if you buy one of those, well, he'll throw in one of those lab-grown diamonds. He's not a fan. Free is the most Steven will ever charge for a lab-grown diamond. By the way, those real diamonds you buy from Steven Singer Jewelers, you can upgrade anytime you want at full value. So if you paid this, you're going to get that when you bring it in. IHateStevenSinger.com has all the details. Once again, Steven's favorite thing, real, natural, earth-born diamonds, always worth 100% of what you paid. Get the details at IHateStevenSinger.com. Tell them the Bob and Tom Show sent you. This is a limited quantity offer, by the way, for those lab-grown diamonds that he's throwing in. While supplies last, purchases required. Details are all posted at IHateStevenSinger.com. Don't forget, with school starting, wouldn't that be nice to get your sweet lady a beautiful bracelet? Oh, that's so nice. Yeah, you're going to be doing some driving, the drop-off of the kids. Get her something nice or get him something nice. IHateStevenSinger.com. We're coming right back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Over the past several days, 3 females have been found dead.
Looks like someone's going after these girls. Then they have to know to watch their backs.
Streaming now.
You really want what happened if this woman happened to you?
Exactly why I need to keep going on this.
Starring Emmy Award winner Amanda Seyfried.
I'm worried about what you're gonna find. So am I.
Long Bright River. A limited series. Streaming now. Only on Peacock.
Building a portfolio with Fidelity Basket Portfolios is kind of like making a sandwich. It's as simple as picking your stocks and ETFs, sort of like your meats and other toppings, and managing it as one big, juicy investment. Now that's pretty good. Learn more at Fidelity.com/baskets. Investing involves risk, including risk of loss. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC. Member NYSE SIPC.
Great food. Pardon me.
Welcome back to the Bob
I'm
and
sorry.
Tom Show.
I'm skipping.
There's Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hi.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hey, chick.
He's over there at the piano and the organ. We're going to get a song out of him.
You got a song for us, Pat?
Yeah, he does.
Whatever you want, whatever you need.
You got a Philly guy here.
His face. See
I didn't know
that?
he's from Philly.
Well, he spent a lot of time there.
Mike, are you from Philly?
I lived in Philly for 8 years.
Oh, man, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hey.
Ace Cosby.
I've been to Philly.
I'm Chick McGee, and I hate the Eagles. And here's Tom
Okay.
with our guest.
Mike Vecchione is here with us. He is a stand-up comedian, and we were talking off the air, and your lady friend is also a comedian. She's been here.
A comedian, yeah. She's from Indiana originally.
Her name is?
And, Katie Hannigan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so she's opening at the club for me. And she's great. She travels around, and we met in New York City. So living together, it's going pretty good. I hope it goes to the next level.
Oh, yeah? What level's that?
Hope she keeps opening for you.
Be sure to tell her that.
Let's hope.
Can you swim?
Can I swim?
He asks everybody from New York City this question.
Yes, I can.
Or who's lived in New York for a while,
Absolutely.
When you live in New York City...
He's fascinated by the fact there are some children who can't swim.
Right.
No, I think it's really important that we teach all kids how to swim. And I know there are places like New York City.
Our buddy Roy Wood Jr. said that his son, he something about if you're going to swim, well, that's grass. If grass is a destination in New York City, you have to go find it. Yeah,
right.
And it's the same with pools. You have to plan a whole
it's
day.
really important for people to learn how to swim. And,
Well, the thing is, you can swim, but you can't park anywhere. There's nowhere to park. It's terrible. And no one can drive. People who grew up in New York City, first of all, they're on heroin by the time they're 12. And then they're just jumping the subway. It's like stuff that people from the rest of the country are like, are you crazy? Are you serious? They're like, they're in rehab at age 13. So that's crazy. But, they can't drive. They can't drive because they don't need to drive.
Yeah.
They just take the subway and take buses everywhere, public transportation. They just jump stuff. So it's like people who grew up there cannot drive. I doubt that they can swim. They actually don't have any functional skills at all.
I don't see a lot of pools in New York City, do you?
No, that's the thing. I mean,
they're indoors. They're indoors. Yeah.
Right.
But there are very few of them. But I'm just saying, and all over the country, this is sort of serious because there's difficulties getting lifeguards.
Yeah.
A lot of places, kids aren't being taught to swim. So,
all you have to do is get a sign that says "No lifeguard on duty."
Exactly.
Just post it, and that legally, I guess, that exempts you from any responsibility.
No.
Don't you think the lack of lifeguards has something to do with the lack of parents telling their kids to go get jobs? That's a young person's
and I think
job.
if you're a lifeguard, you can't look at your cell phone.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that's true.
You're right.
That's true.
Oh, I'm sorry, Johnny drowned. I was.
I think the lifeguards are not on duty because they're all hooking up with the crossing guards who work about 2 hours a day.
No, guards.
Guard on guard.
Guard. Sure what that means. Right now, we're going to go over that way. I see Christy Lee at the news desk.
Yeah, Gen Z apparently replacing LOL with IJBOL.
IJBOL.
This is so dumb.
This is according to the New York Times. Do you want to guess what that means?
Let's take a look.
What is it again?
IJBOL.
Okay, yeah, I know what this is.
So we're going to lots of laughs, right?
What?
What is it? Or laughing out loud, rather.
Yes, from laughing
I
out
combine
loud.
the two, lots of love and laughing out loud. So laughing out loud to
IJBOL.
I just bust.
You're close.
I just broke out laughing?
I just burst out laughing.
Oh, okay.
Very good.
Wow.
Really?
Yes. Unlike ROFL, do you know what that is?
Rolling on floor.
Yes, rolling on floor laughing. IJBOL is meant to describe something people actually do. Michael Musinio, a 27-year-old content creator who lives in Australia, said, I don't LMAO. It's just not what I do.
That's laughing my ass off.
Yeah.
Right.
Isn't IJBO, isn't the whole point of these things to be brief and quick?
Yeah. Well, that's still...
Yeah.
Well, it's become a thing now. It's like where if I know it, I'm the in crowd, and if you don't know it, you're out kind of a thing.
Yeah.
I think that's the kind of thing.
They may also be trying to outrun their parents as soon as their parents know.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I used to use the old-fashioned ha.
Me too.
Yeah.
H-A.
Same.
If
Yeah.
it's really funny, H-A exclamation point. If it's hilarious, capital H, capital A, exclamation point.
Oftentimes, ha for me also means this text session is over. I gave you a laugh. Now, let's stop this.
Haven't you noticed you text me every now and then? I'll just go, ha, just to get rid of you. Just to get out of my hair.
What are the longer ones of these?
I don't know.
You mean initials?
Yeah.
I don't use many of these at all.
They don't use...
I have to look them up all the time. My kids use them all the time.
One of the first ones I heard was POS. And it's not peace, but a parent over shoulder.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. They're talking in prison code.
Yeah,
they like sending kites to each other.
I thought it was point of sale, but I worked retail for a while.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
But I know that the part of it is inclusivity, like LGBTQ is now like LGBTQIA plus. Pretty soon it's going to be ABCDB. You can't have everybody, I don't think, in these things.
Right.
I just think brevity was the key. I don't know if it's an urban legend, but the story of the woman who wrote a very heartfelt letter to her staff about someone who was undergoing serious cancer surgery, and at the end she put LOL, meaning again meant lots of love.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Not an urban legend, just something that 1 out of every 4 open micers talk about.
Thank you. I said it might be an urban legend.
No, I don't
take any credit for it. Thank you very much for undercutting me. And now,
so what it be undercutting you? What is that? Josh 1, Tom 87.
You 187.
You forgot million after 87.
A first-generation iPhone has sold for over $190,000 at auction. Yeah, the record-breaking price, nearly 380 times the phone's original price of $499 when it went on sale way back in 2007. LCG Auctions, which hosted the sale, said the 4GB iPhone model was 20 times rarer than the 8GB model released at the same time for $599 because the 4GB model was discontinued after just 2 months. The phone was factory sealed and in its original packaging.
Wow.
What's the point of having this?
It's still got anytime minutes on it. You don't want to put them to waste.
Do they... Well, I guess they know it's in there. I mean, couldn't you...
It won't work, though, right?
I wouldn't think.
No. Isn't that always the big, sinister... not that I believe it, talking into his Apple phone. I'm sure everything's on the up and up, but don't they... The new model comes out, and then the old ones are obsolete.
But couldn't you just rewrap it?
Yeah. I think...
When they say it's in the original packaging, how do they prove that?
Factory sealed? I don't know. What... I don't remember how they originally came.
What year was this one?
2007?
Oh, I remember. This is the one that came with automatically had a preloaded Bill Haley and the Comets album.
Old phone.
That's a really old one.
It was you one, not you two.
Josh, you remember when you originally came?
I do. I thought something had gone wrong.
Yeah, right.
I thought I had done something too much, too fast, and I melted something inside.
Really?
It's a little too much.
The phone is so old. If you ask Siri for something, she goes, "What is it, Sonny?"
She's got an older voice.
Siri's old.
Siri's old.
I'm an old bitch.
Coming from a guy who references the 60s all the time, 2007 is old?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The oldest in this particular category.
Way to undercut him.
Do you?
Thank you.
Do you use Siri?
No, not at all.
I'm with you, Christy. I never use
I don't even have it set up.
This morning. I asked it to play music. Yeah.
You just said Siri play music?
Mike, do you use Siri on your phone?
Yeah. I think Siri's a migrant, so I cannot. I'm just kidding. Just a joke. Just a joke. Just a joke.
Can't you? Isn't it possible to have Siri come with different? You could have it a man or a woman, or could you have it with a heavy Italian accent?
I haven't spent that much time. I
changing
think
her
can,
voice.
Probably, yeah.
I mean, could you get like something like really urban?
Oh boy!
I am not participating in this.
No,
that's what I should do.
Siri's a woman, so she's got to be heard.
Yeah.
You know? If you ask her something, you have to listen to her full explanation.
I know this isn't popular, but I do rely on my Alexa in the kitchen a lot.
I think those are very popular, aren't they?
Well, I mean, some people say they spy on you or whatever.
Oh, I would never have one in my house.
Yeah. Well, because of you, I took it out of my bedroom because you said that.
But Alexa doesn't have to be in the kitchen. Alexa's a powerful woman, and she could be an astronaut also.
That's true, too.
Just letting you know. Just letting you know what's going on.
Well, she's very handy if you need a timer or, I enjoy that. Or if I need a recipe or, hey, how can I substitute this for this? Or...
Well, now you got me one. You have to be able to change Siri's voice.
Oh,
I think
I'm sure you
can. You have to, right?
Yeah,
I would think.
I think so.
Hey, Siri, can I change your voice? Oh, wait a minute. Oh, Siri's ignoring me. You can change my voice in Siri's settings. Oh, I have my phone silenced. She just printed it out to me.
Oh, nice.
That's nice.
I'm going to be on the.
Does it give you the options of what you can change it to?
Yep. American, Australian, British, Indian, Irish, or South African. British.
Okay. Now, can you turn it on so we can hear it?
I don't know.
Are you going to have Siri? Can you make Siri a man?
It's still downloading.
Okay. Well, we'll have to find out.
Don't undercut me, John. It's still loading. Okay.
Continuing with technology.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but so you said you don't use Siri.
No.
But you do use
Alexa.
Uh-huh.
And when we say things, and if we are being listened to in a room anywhere with Alexa, if we say, hey, Alexa, order that canoe, Alexa will answer.
Right. Yeah, she will.
If it can hear you.
Yeah, we were staying at a house while we were building ours, and there was one of those things. I hated it. Because the girls would walk up to it and, play this Taylor Swift song, and then it would start instantly. And it was too much, too quick.
Can you put parental controls on it so it doesn't listen to anything a child says?
Probably.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Boy, I don't. I'm with Josh, though. I don't want that sitting in my house hearing everything that's going on.
But the whole thing about spying, it's like, aren't we just revealing ourselves on TikTok? Like, no, China doesn't need to spy on us. All they have to do is look on TikTok, and they can see everything that we're doing.
Yeah, I'm not
it's
on
like,
it.
Oh, we're dancing. We're doing.
Yeah, I'm not on TikTok.
That's what we're doing. It's like that's really what we're doing.
Do you like being
day.
on TikTok?
I don't enjoy it, but we all have to be on everything now.
Another state has banned it. I think it was New York. I think they banned TikTok on government phones.
Oh, sure. On
government phones.
Right.
Federal employees, government employees. Yeah, certain states.
But how are those employees going to kick it now? How are they going to kick it?
There's no patch.
They got to get ready for breakdancing in the Olympics.
Dance in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
Do you know that the breakdancing in the Olympics is going to be done at the foot of the Eiffel Tower?
Well, why not?
There's plenty of room there. It's got a big.
Yeah.
Throw some cardboard down?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Okay.
I hope breakdancing at the Olympics becomes so popular that we can't get into work without having to walk over people breakdancing.
Wow.
Just so
you think
get
that's
upset.
You think that's a legitimate addition to the Olympics?
I keep meaning to tell you this. You realize that one of the top people in that category is right from here that is going to be competing in the Olympics.
I don't care. I'm not saying it's not athletic.
Yeah.
But where do you draw the line? Tiddlywinks? I mean,
you draw the lines at tiddlywinks.
How do you play tiddlywinks?
How can you make a comparison between breakdancing and tiddlywinks?
And how do you even play tiddlywinks? Who plays that?
Who breakdances?
As a fidget spinner, I would say that I would like to get my people in.
Chick, look, he's got his. According to a new science.
Is there a do they do breakdancing in the disabled games? Do they?
They spin their chairs. Yes.
All right, go ahead, please.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Explore this stuff.
Let me tell you something. You will not be undercut now. I can tell you that.
In the Paralympics.
Go right ahead.
In the Paralympics, I don't know. Maybe they. I'm just asking.
Oh, the worm again.
So sorry. You know, I want to tell our guest Mike. I know that you are a professional stand-up comedian.
Yes.
You've been touring. You've been touring for years, and you're a man of great skill. However, I always like to preface this by saying even the great Tiger Woods at the peak of his career would take lessons with his swing.
Here we go.
And we'd like to take this opportunity to teach you a little bit about comedy with our engineer Ace Cosby.
Who's that sexy man with a deep voice? Ace Cosby, here he is with his joke of the day.
Do you guys know the difference between a grandfather clock and a grandmother clock?
No.
It's the dong.
Ace Cosby working blue.
That's solid.
Ding dong.
That's closer than anything in a really long time.
Yeah, you're right. That is,
dong.
yeah.
I like that very much.
The dong. When was the last time you called it your dong? I got to start.
Never.
My dong's caught up here in my underwear. Whoa!
Hey, doctor, I don't know what's going on.
Dong.
Am I checking my dong?
We were talking about.
My dong's itching, Tom.
I'll ask Mike this. We were talking about certain words that are sort of slang or hip terms that stick around.
Like a non-binary clock versus one with a dong.
Exactly.
I mean, somebody has to clean the show up, guys.
Yes, thank you.
Putting the lug and analog. It's, the term cool.
Yeah.
That one's stuck.
Mm-hmm.
It's been around for a long time, but other terms are fleeting.
Sure.
They don't stick around.
No. Every generation has their own lingo.
What do you think is the slang term for the male member? To me, it's the go-to would be the D word.
Right. Not dong.
No, the other D word.
Yeah.
Not ding.
Dangler, yeah.
Oh.
You refer to yours
Daddy Warbucks.
you refer to yours as the Dangler, do you? That's right. Oh, well, that's gracious of you.
Need to get your dong checked.
Yeah.
Doctor, I'm having some pain in my dangler.
Yeah.
Now, didn't you have to go to the doctor one time because of your?
I did have. I had an issue there for a while.
It was
Mike.
crazy.
Yeah.
What happened?
You may have.
You may have wrote it.
What happened, Josh? Yes.
What happened?
Like Carson Wood. Well, I had for a while there. I had 5 penises.
5 penises.
Oh yeah. My doctor said, "Boy, how do your pants fit?" I said, "Like a glove."
God, that's a great one.
That is a good
That
one.
joke
A little gusty, but
right after the invention of the glove.
Day 1 invented the glove. Day 2, that.
I mean, is there a because Mike was mentioning the fact that these words like AOL, these whatever you call them acronyms, they part of it is being hip and doing something that no one else no one else knows.
Right. Yeah.
I wonder if is there a contemporary term, slang term for the male member that is we're all too unhip to know.
I'm sure we'll find out. I'll go to Twitter. Somebody will tell us.
I've heard joint.
Joint.
But recently from like a youth.
Maybe.
Were you in the bus station?
What about junk?
But joint, junk.
Oh, junk. Yeah, junk's better, but I mean,
junk is
joint is specific.
Joint might have been in Mean Streets with
I
Robert
think
De Niro.
junk encompasses the entire
package
package
and genders as well. Yeah.
But a joint, I assume, was this a conversation in a bus station? Are you sure the guy wasn't trying to make a drug deal?
Yes, I'm trying to meet friends.
Joint junk. If you could go the other way, you just go genitalia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, what if they've just
My buddy had that joke. Genitalia sounds like an Italian airline.
What does Qantas sound like? Interesting. We'll have to, Christy, you do some research. Is there a slang term for the mommy parts that you like to use? Because can I say something real quick?
Yes.
I'm totally serious. A friend of mine is an ER doctor. I'm not making this up. He worked in an area that was they had a perhaps less than sophisticated clientele, and the most common reference from the ladies in the ER would be, quote, down there.
Yeah.
I'm serious.
Down there is what a lot of people say.
I've heard nani. Who?
Nani.
Oh.
Who?
Now, can I give you the street term?
Yes.
Sniz.
Sniz. Yeah, sure, yeah. Getting sniz on the reg.
Yeah, sniz on the reg.
That's the lady calls it a sniz?
She's not a lady. I don't think she's saying that.
Dr. Seuss's wife calls
it
a sniz.
Sniz sounds like a character from Bazooka Joe. Sniz. Hey, what did Sniz do for lunch?
Morton, here's a who, and Sally has a sniz.
Sniz should come with antibiotics.
Yes. Well, I love that word. Thank you, Mike.
The D word is the one that seems to be popping up the most.
I think that's the one that's stuck. Like cool is going to stick forever. Right now, it's quiz time. Christy Lee, what is your sleep number setting?
35.
Meaning what?
Meaning I like a mattress that's kind of leaning toward the soft side.
Okay. Conversely, Chick McGee.
100. I like a nice firm mattress, Tom.
A sleep number setting of 100 is firmer. And
me and my joint love a nice firm mattress.
Thank you very much for adding that. The sleep number bed people have perfected adjustable firmness. You know that by now. And they've done a lot of other research into what makes a great night's sleep possible. Part of that is the smart bed that actually helps you figure out what the best firmness is for you over a period of time by kind of watching the way you sleep. So it helps you unlock your potential to get a great night's sleep. Also, right now, to prove that you're smart and deserve a smart bed, you can save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. This is a big event, and it's not going to last too long. So check out the details right now, because it also comes with some special financing offers for a limited time. Find out about a Sleep Number bed for you. They have a whole bunch of different models that do different things. I have the one that has the gizmo where I can have my head go bzzzt, my head goes up. Very handy.
We don't have that one.
Maybe you've got issues with acid reflux or something and want to have your head propped up. Find out about the Sleep Number beds at the Sleep Number store. Once again, sleepnumber.com/BT show. Tell them the Bob and Tom show sent you. We're coming back with comedian Mike Vecchione. And what do we have in the news, Christy?
Well, we have AI in the news. We have a little guy who wanted to sneak out and go to McDonald's.
Listen to that sniz do the news.
Yeah.
Hey, gonad, shut up.
Hey, may call him Yiddle. I don't know what Yiddle means, but it sounds small.
I meant to say little, but Yiddle does sound small, doesn't it?
Did you see the Yiddle on that guy? Wow. Looked like a cold thimble.
All right.
This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Reach us toll free at 1-888-BOB-TOM-1 or at bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Over yet.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. At the news desk, it's Christy Lee.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, Chick.
Josh Arnold at the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair.
Hey.
There's Ace Cosby.
Howdy.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom, acting like an alien who's just landed on this planet.
Sorry.
And Tom, we have a special guest.
We do. Comedian Mike Vecchione is here with us. Originally from Youngstown, Ohio. Hey, Youngstown.
Yeah, Tom, I used to be a teacher, so it's back to school time.
Oh.
Right now. Yeah,
you still get those pangs?
I still get the jitters because I taught kids with behavioral problems, and now I do stand-up comedy. It's better now because even if they're not laughing, at least they're not biting me. But it was a wild run. The back-to-school time really, it gets me anxious.
I think it's interesting how many really good comedians used to be teachers.
Yeah, Al Jackson.
Yeah.
Robert,
really good
Jackson's really funny.
Robert Klein.
Charlie
Dennis
Callis.
Wolfberg.
Dennis Wolfberg was a teacher.
Yes.
Charlie Callis. I'm going to shoehorn this in here. All right.
Pat, do you remember you went to a class of Charlie Callis's, didn't you? And what did he teach that day?
He taught a little bit, and then our finals.
That may be our most obscure reference of the day, Charlie Callis. I'm a huge fan.
Yeah, we know.
Mike, do you remember Charlie Callis at all?
No.
Charlie Callis was a. He was. I appreciate your honesty. I think Mike's a really funny guy.
Arguably, a backbone of the show is Charlie Callis.
Charlie, you'd recognize him. He was kind of super fit, always wore a nice tux with a big tie. He was a drummer, actually. He was a jazz drummer.
Wow.
But he was famous for making these crazy sounds.
He'd get up there and he'd just.
That's all he did.
That's
like,
great.
hip, 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 and then he would just continue on.
Oh, my God.
It's that goofy, silly, funny.
Yeah. Like Dennis Wolfberg, I know.
Do you see that? Does that guy look familiar?
Yeah.
Okay.
But Dennis Wolfberg, I know. Yeah, like some of those other guys that you mentioned that I do know them. Yeah.
Yeah, they were. To get back to that point, they were all school teachers.
Oh, wow.
And I think
I love that. I love that if I could just open and close with sounds, that would take a lot of pressure off my act.
Yes.
You know.
Pat, can you give us one more Charlie Callis, please?
That's pretty much it.
Thank you.
That's made for Instagram stories, by the way. It's less than 15 seconds. It's hilarious. You're not saying anything to offend. I mean, what are you going to comment on? Oh, I didn't like that sound. That sound triggered me. It's like, what can you possibly say?
Callis would have been huge on Instagram.
He performed in Miami for my girlfriend's grandfather's birthday party. He did an hour, they said. And he died.
He bombed.
He got paid $10,000.
Yeah. Did he bomb terribly?
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Like the worst I ever bombed, I got to say, the worst I ever bombed is in front of Italians.
Oh.
Yeah. I did this thing. It was like a concrete, it was like Staten Island. It was like concrete. It was like mob. They had to be mob tied. Right. It was just them and their sons. And I went up there and was just bombing. And there was one guy just laughing, but he wasn't laughing at the jokes. He was laughing at me. Everybody else was just staring through me. And then about 35 minutes in, a guy starts walking towards the stage. I'm terrified, by the way. He walks towards the stage and just waves me off. He goes, "That's it. That's it. That's it." And I was like, I am happy to be out of here. Thank you. Do not have to pay me. Do not worry about it. I don't want to end up in a dumpster.
I've never bombed so hard where I thought I might get whacked for it.
Have you ever whacked so hard
that you bombed? No.
Never mind. That doesn't work. But it was half a joke.
Half a joke's better than none, Tom.
Now, I asked this stupid question earlier. What slang term for the male member has lasted the longest in contemporary culture? I think it is the D word.
Yeah.
Not dong, not dangler, but the other one. And then I asked you to pursue
wait a
this.
minute. What about the C word? What about the C word?
C I think is up there too.
That's up there, but
that's dirtier.
That's really dirty.
It is dirty.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
But the word gonads, does that encompass the whole?
No.
Just reproductive.
Gonad is
the
that's
balls,
actually medical.
Right?
That's medical.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
The technical term is.
Christy said the gonads are the balls, right?
Have Mike do it for you in Italian.
If you use it in context, I have to dip my gonads. Then that's not medical.
Okay, all right.
No. So you think that you were doing some research?
Yeah.
And the D is that's the most popular one.
Yes, came up the most.
Because for example, there is something known as a dick pic.
Sure.
Yeah.
Which is not a sports.
It's not a phallus photo.
There you go.
It sounds much better, doesn't it? Oh, I'd like a phallus photo, please.
That's the one you get at the mall, where they have the special lights and the makeup artists.
Yeah.
But for the ladies, what was the new one? Naz?
Sniz.
Naz been around for a little bit.
Naz is a rapper.
Yeah. Oh, that's Lil Naz.
Lil Naz.
I like a little Sniz. Naz, yeah.
And is sniz pejorative? I mean, is it like if you...
It sounds pejorative to me.
When did this become an English class?
I don't
know. How do you spell that?
A sniz? SNIZZ, but the Z's are dollar signs.
Okay.
Why go in?
Mike Vecchione, ladies and gentlemen.
Very nice, Mike.
This man is a genius. That is a beautiful piece
Save
of
more
work.
on Sniz.
But I mean, when I ask, is it pejorative? Would one say, "Wow, it was a great night," but the odor of the sniz almost?
Yeah, I don't think
out.
it's a good thing.
No, I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing.
Oh, you don't?
Really?
No.
I'm looking for some sniz tonight.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
That's it. That's how I'm looking for some sniz.
I mean, it's not
No,
polite.
you said it first. Are you getting sniz on the regular or whatever you said?
Yeah,
on the reg.
sniz
Yeah.
On the reg.
Yeah.
Wait, whoa.
Sniz on the rag is a different thing.
Sniz on the reg.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
That's okay. No, I thought he said. That's what I thought he said.
No, sniz on the reg.
Some guys don't mind sniz on the reg.
Sniz on the regular.
Yeah.
The reg. Yeah.
Okay, so now we're bringing in
Creeps
the
you out,
bowels.
I would imagine.
Yeah.
Bringing in the bowels? No. The person doesn't have to be regular.
Right.
You're getting sniz on.
I think we should
You're getting
probably
sniz
take a break there, Tom.
more often than not.
Yeah.
We gotta go.
I could write a short poem about sniz.
Oh, I'm sure you could.
It's really about a couple. Okay, thank you very much. Hey, thank you to Mike Vecchione. Mike, you are hilarious.
Thank you so much for having me.
And please give our best to your lady friend.
Yes, Katie.
I hope she
Hannigan.
keeps opening for
The
you.
aptly Midwestern named Katie Hannigan.
Katie Hannigan.
She's hilarious.
Yes.
She's also very funny. And Mike is touring the Helium comedy complexes. And we're coming right back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Add to or continue the conversation. Check out the Bob and Tom Show on Facebook. Get the link at bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
This is a message from sponsor Intuit TurboTax. Taxes was getting frustrated by your forms. Now, Taxes is uploading your forms with a snap, and a TurboTax expert will do your taxes for you. One who's backed by the latest tech, which cross-checks millions of data points for absolute accuracy, all of which makes it easy for you to get the most money back, guaranteed. Get an expert now at TurboTax.com. Only available with TurboTax Live Full Service. See guaranteed details at TurboTax.com/guarantees.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hi.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello.
Josh Arnold's at the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair.
Hello.
There's Ace Cosby.
Howdy.
I'm Chick McGee. Here's Tom with a special guest. Tom, hello. Sorry to bother you.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I lost my notes.
I know you did.
I was trying
What are
to,
you looking for, buddy?
Could you be ready one time?
The slang term, is it sniz?
Yeah.
Okay, sniz. Now, we have a great guest in the studio. A legend on this show. He is comedian Dan St. Paul from San Francisco, California. Hi, Dan. How are you?
I am a comedian if you laugh. If you don't laugh, welcome to my TED Talk.
Dan is famous on this show for a classic, the first baseball game. Great piece of work. And you are a longtime baseball fan, I know.
I'm a nut. I'm a baseball nut.
Still to this day?
Absolutely. I love baseball. I love listening to baseball. Baseball, to me, is soothing. It's like that, calm, that app on your thing. That's what, if I can listen play by play, that does it for me. Because I love what baseball announcers do. They can tell you the same thing 6 times and make you think you only heard it once. No score here in the top of the third. Giants nothing, Dodgers nothing. A line of 0-1-0 for the Giants, 0-2-0 for the Dodgers, as we're scoreless through 2 with neither team able to muster any kind of offense so far in this 0-0 tie.
It's funny because we have to do that in our own way.
Exactly. Stretch.
A little bit.
Yeah,
Stretch.
every day.
Yeah, we've talked to various baseball announcers about rain delays.
Mm-hmm.
And they really have to be able to kind of go off on any topic.
They do. I mean, Vince Scully could do it because he had all those great memories and all that stuff. But somebody new, it's tough. It's tough. It's got to be real tough.
Did you ever have any desire to do that?
No, but I love doing it. I've gotten to do it actually on the field and whatnot for like one of these old classic baseball games. It's a different league with different rules and whatnot. But there were MLB players who were there. Vince Coleman was there, Jeff Kent, a bunch of others. It was a lot of fun. But no, I'd never gotten into the booth. But I don't know if I because they're so good. They're so good. We have a great one. We had John Miller in San Francisco, who did the ESPN Sunday night games for a long time with Joe Morgan. He's fantastic.
You still get to go to the games?
I do. I go to the games all the time. I'm not a season ticket holder anymore, but I do go to at least 10 games a year.
Do you go alone?
No, I'll go with Roy. My son. Cara goes with me. We all love the Giants. Everybody loves the
And
Giants.
that ballpark is just beautiful.
Oracle Park is probably one of the most beautiful parks in the country.
Is.
I mean, it's right there on the bay.
Yep.
Ball goes into the drink. It's fantastic.
Have you ever been in the water watching from out there, or waiting for a ball rather?
Oh no, I've never been one of those guys in a kayak. No, I'm not that rabid. I haven't been bitten. But those guys are incredible.
Yeah. Anybody ever gotten beamed in their kayak? And
I've not seen that.
Do they have a lifeguard?
No, the bulbs. Yeah, they should. They should have somebody out there.
Well, it looks like you got Ray Chapman out there in the boat.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard anyone miss the point so entirely like Tom misses the point? They have a lifeguard in McCovey Cove. Anybody at all?
Dan, how do you like the new, the clock and the...
I like it, except you feel cheated sometimes. You sit down, until an hour later, you got to go home.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird, We have the A's across from the bay from us who are not doing well. Their attendance is really low. In fact, I went to a game and I got hit by the T-shirt cannon 6 times. I had to grab several different usherettes to do the kiss cam. So it was, it's sad. But they're moving to Vegas, so yeah.
San Francisco's in the news a lot lately.
I know.
Not in a good way.
I know.
You live there, so
I do.
And you love it. But
I do.
We hope you wiped your feet on the way in.
Yeah. Well, all I can say is great. Everybody stay away. More for me. The downtowns in all of the cities are having a tough time. San Francisco especially, because we're so tech heavy, and a lot of those people after COVID never came back.
Yeah.
So a lot of those buildings are becoming empty. A lot of of course, all the businesses around them are becoming empty. So it becomes an easy place for homeless people to go and hang out. And so that's why that there's been a lot of hubbub about that. And San Francisco also is very kind to those who are not. St. Francis, those who are having a tough time. There's lots of programs and whatnot, and the weather. It's hardly ever below 50, hardly ever above 80. So there's a lot of reason to come to San Francisco if you're a homeless person. So yeah, I can see why people are upset, but that's basically the downtown area, not the rest of the city.
You've lived there a long time.
I was born and raised in San Francisco. Mama was a cable car. Papa was a sourdough.
Oh, well, that's San Francisco.
Dan St. Paul is our guest, and I referenced the first baseball game, an absolute classic bit of comedy writing and delivering, et cetera, from Dan. And we'll get to that in a minute, perhaps. But right now, we turn to Christy Lee at the Bob and Tom News Desk.
According to a new scientific report, artificial intelligence can determine a person's actual age simply by looking at their chest. Specifically, researchers say AI can tell a patient's age after examining chest x-rays, marking a significant leap ahead in medical imaging. The breakthrough paves the way for improved early detection of several diseases.
Uh-oh, Pat.
What's Pat got to do with this?
Well, AI can now find out your real age.
Oh.
That's not good. That's kind of a mystery.
And it will remain one.
So, but it's when they say chest, they mean like an X-ray.
Right, not by looking at your chest.
Take off your shirt, ma'am. Oh, I'd say 75.
Whoa.
Is the floor?
What was that noise you made before you said 75?
Rodney Dangerfield.
Is the floor cold on your nipples?
Let me take a look at you. Hoo, hoo, hoo.
I'm a little tired of hearing about AI.
Yeah, we'll get used to it.
But it's not going away.
Nope, it's not.
Okay, and I think they've won the battle of not using periods in AI.
Well, of course, Tom. You're not going to win that one.
You're the only one who's irritated by it.
No, because it looks like it says Al.
Well, now that we know it doesn't, stop talking.
How often do you see the word Al?
Well, Al Kaline.
Sure. Al Roboski.
Who's Al Kaline?
I've got to do a baseball joke.
First baseman for Detroit Tigers.
Al Roboski, the Mad Hungarian?
Al Roboski, the Mad Hungarian for the Cardinals. That's right.
He was on. He did broadcast there.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, terrific.
Al Unser is the only Al I know.
And you know that Al well. Al
I do. Al Jr. Yeah.
I call him AI Jr.
Just had to know it on Tuesday.
AI Jr.
AI Jr.
AI
calling him
AI
Jr.
Jolson. Sure. Okay.
I mean, it's just irritating that the techies insist on changing it. It's like all the misspellings in rap. It just
Would you
pisses
feel
me off.
better had they checked with you first?
No, I'd feel better if they did A period, I period.
Okay.
But it's a lost cause.
It's too much of a mouthful.
Ship has sailed.
Sorry. It's wrong. It's a crack in our culture.
Yeah,
meaning the end of the world.
Here, let's go back to something you can relate to. A ship retracing Charles Darwin's famed voyage has set sail. That's right. Darwin set sail aboard the HMS Beagle in 1831 on a 5-year voyage.
Which we learned last week.
Yes. Passed around South America, went to Australia and New Zealand nearly 200 years after he embarked on that trip that led, of course, to the theory of evolution. The Dutch ship, Oosterchild, left England to begin a 2-year mission called Darwin 200. The schooner will serve as a floating laboratory on the sea and in port, where approximately 200 young naturalists and conservationists from around the world will meet along the way. Sounds like a really cool thing.
Now, in this case, naturalist means scientists, not nudists.
Right. Correct.
Was anyone thinking nudist?
No.
Be a lot, much better story if you had 200 naked people and
conservationists.
Yeah. And why didn't they rename the boat like the Beagle 3 or something?
I don't know. I wish I did.
We were counting on you. We were counting on you.
It makes like the Galapagos, something cool.
The Galapagos.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Fun.
You don't like Oosterschild?
No.
Well, what does it mean in Dutch? Do we know?
I have no
Well,
idea.
it means
everyone.
It means half the stuff that Darwin discovered. The species are dead. They're extinct.
No, it's Dutch for beagle.
Oh, I see.
Perfect.
Of course.
Now we're talking. Right now, Dutch for great sound in your ears.
Any language, Tom. Any language.
What is it?
The Raycon earbuds. They look, feel, and sound better than ever. You know that. With 3 sound profiles to match whatever you might be listening to. They feature noise isolation and awareness mode. You can listen while you travel or during a grueling workout. Optimized gel tips for the perfect in-ear fit. The Raycon earbuds are comfortable enough for all-day wear. And they have a gel tip to fit every ear ever made. And remember, they will not budge. With Raycon, you also get 8 hours of playtime, 32 hours of battery life, seamless Bluetooth syncing, and they start about, believe it or not, half the price of other premium audio earbuds. And no wonder Raycon's everyday earbuds have over 56,000 5-star reviews. So right now, you can go to buyraycon.com/Tom and get 15% off your Raycon order. That's buyraycon.com/Tom. 15% off your Raycon purchase. That's buyraycon.com/Tom.
We get love letters about how great the Raycons are. I love mine, and the best thing about them is they automatically sync. They stay in your ear. It's great for going out with the dogs, walking around, listening to your favorite radio show or that book you're reading or whatever it is. Maybe it's a podcast. Check out Raycons. They are definitely the best, and they're about half the price. When we come back, comedian Dan St. Paul. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
This episode is brought to you by LifeLock. It's tax season, and we're all a bit tired of numbers. But here's one you need to hear. $16.5 billion. That's how much the IRS flagged for possible identity fraud last year. Now here's a good number. 100 million. That's how many data points LifeLock monitors every second. If your identity is stolen, they'll fix it. Guaranteed. Save up to 40% your first year at LifeLock.com/podcast. Terms apply.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hi, Chick.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room, is it?
Yes, it is.
There's Josh Arnold at the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair.
We haven't heard much performing, have we?
No,
Not at all.
I call it zero. There's Ace Cosby.
Cheap seats.
I'm Chick McGee. Get a ticket, Godwin. And here's
How many songs have you done this week? 4?
I know 3.
4 this week.
Comedian Dan St. Paul is here with us. Dan is a veteran stand-up comedian from San Francisco, where he was born and raised and still lives. And
I was born there.
I want to get...
Who said that?
That's Zulu, not Zulu.
Close. Keep talking. You'll get there.
I've never watched the show. It's like not Mr. Spock. It's the Japanese gentleman.
Sulu.
Sulu.
George Takei.
George Takei.
We talked to him when San Francisco. I was born there.
Very interesting guy.
Thanks, weirdo.
Yeah, he is an interesting guy.
Fantastic voice.
We had a great interview with him. He's a nice guy. I think your real name is it Skopetsky?
Scopazzi. Scopazzi. Scopata means to go out and pick up on women, and Pazzi means crazy. So literally, my name translates into Charlie Sheen. So there's just no way I can use it professionally. You see.
It's been a great morning. We had Mike Vecchione in here.
Another Italian, another Paisan.
Yeah, another Paisan indeed. But you've always been a San Franciscan?
No, I lived in L.A. for like 8 years.
Oh, did you?
And I escaped. Yeah. It was interesting because I went down there to get, to make it, right? And it wasn't until San Francisco that I really became really successful when I came back. So it was, it's interesting. But all my stuff now is about getting old because I'm there, Are you
on Medicare?
I am on Medicare. I'm 70 years old.
Are you really?
Wow.
Yeah, 71, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And you've been married for how long?
36 years.
Wow.
Yeah. Ooh. But, it's like I proved to myself that I was old the other day. I went to a thrift store and I purchased a coat, which I had donated 3 weeks ago. The good news is I found my keys. So, I'm up there. I'm up there now. Even my furniture is old. My memory foam mattress has dementia. It thinks I weigh 500 pounds, so every night I sleep in a ditch.
Dan St. Paul, ladies and gentlemen. Christy Lee, once again, at the Bob and Tom News Desk. We probably should get a song out of Mr. Godwin. Pat,
we got something prepared. We were talking about that woman with the 10-pound breasts who couldn't get on the roller coaster.
Sure, yeah.
Oh, that's right.
You remember the 22-pound, the woman with 22-pound breasts who was thrown off the plane.
That's right.
The Instagram model.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah. And again, this woman, also the one in today's news, is they seek this publicity. They go out and it ends up in the New York Post or whatever, and pictures of her with her ridiculously large boobs, fake boobs. And what was the one? Now she was thrown off the plane. Why?
22-pound boobs thrown off the plane for the way she looked. It was too provocative.
I remember.
Okay. So is that 11 pounds? 11 pounds apiece, then, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Some gals are made by the hands of God. This woman wanted a more outrageous bod. Plastic and filler, silicone. Puff out the lips and chip away the bone. Oh, 22 pounds, what do you get? Oversized boobs and kicked off a jet. The airline won't fly her, says she can't go. Oh, don't they know she's an Instagram hoe? She bleached her butt where the sun don't shine. Got a new rack and it hurts her spine. Tattooed her face, her lips cherry red, but her boobs won't fit in the overhead. 22 pounds, yeah, what do you get? Cartoonish tatas and deeper in debt. The airline won't fly her, says she can't go. Oh, don't they know she's an Instagram hoe? Isn't that beautiful?
Thank you very much, Pat. Touching. That was very, very nice. Now, we have Christy Lee at the news desk. What else have you got over there?
A naked guy allegedly broke into a house in Phoenix and told investigators he was being chased by an alligator.
Oh, no.
According to According to azfamily.com, that would be Arizona Family, police responded to a reported burglary and encountered the man lying naked on the driveway with the homeowner standing next to him.
Yeah. That's right.
The homeowner's 5 children told police the suspect was trying to break into the house, and even though they tried to keep him from coming in, the man overpowered them. The father was nearby when kids called. He came home to find the suspect sitting on the couch in the living room wearing only socks.
You got any chips?
Court documents say the suspect told the responding officer that alligators were after him, but then admitted to smoking methamphetamine beforehand.
That may have been the problem.
That could be it.
Hey, the alligator ate my clothes. Except my socks.
He was arrested on charges of burglary, indecent exposure, and resisting arrest.
Now, this was in Phoenix?
Yep.
So it was, whatever, late. It's been 110 degrees every day?
Hot. Yeah, hot.
But is meth the one that makes people take their clothes off regardless of the age?
Mm-hmm.
What's that all about?
Alfie.
Like a sex thing, or you just get hot?
I think
No,
you
I
just
think
get
they get
hot,
hot.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what our police officer friend told us.
Yeah, I think your body temperature gets very uncomfortable.
Weird.
So then they just take a blanket from the squad car and come on, Chauncey.
That's what you're worried about, what they put on him?
Yeah, I feel bad for these cops. The guys out there working as hard, risking his life. Well, we got a naked guy wearing socks bothering a family in Phoenix.
Yeah, if they have a blanket, they'll throw over him.
You don't want his ass matter on your backseat of your squad car. I'm just asking. Okay.
That's why you keep plastic on your furniture in your home.
That's right.
So I was trying to find the
In case
story.
methamphetamine company is coming
Yes,
over.
of course.
You never know.
It's that great game show. Is it bath salts or meth? Tonight at 6. I was trying to find the story about the woman that was kicked off the plane, Pat, but I couldn't find it, but I did run into this one. The 47-year-old surfer who calls herself an intimacy coach. Do you remember this?
No.
Her name is Kim Amani, and she is a devotee of an activity called vaginal kung fu.
What? Huh. There's a shorter name, but...
Yeah.
I'm kidding. This is from the website.
It sounds like kung fu.
She says vaginal kung fu is an exercise during which a weight is inserted.
Yeah.
Use your imagination.
Yeah.
With a
Gotta
string.
hold it in.
For example, she will.
You Kegel, right?
Yeah.
She will. She can
Gotta-
Kegel. This is so pathetic. She can Kegel a surfboard.
Kegel a surfboard?
It would appear
Well,
that it's the surfboard is
Dangling from a string.
dangling from a string. Yeah,
I see.
Otherwise, it would be well a vast.
Some sort of suction cup.
Yeah,
type
she says it produces better orgasm and she feels toned and sleek.
They do say that though, right,
Yeah, they
Christy?
do.
That
They
if
do
you
say
Kegel,
that. I'm
it will
Kegeling right
enhance.
now.
What? Huh?
Yeah.
You're Kegeling right now?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You practice every day?
At stoplights.
Oh,
You know,
Yeah.
guys Kegel too.
I
You can
Kegel at
Kegel.
yeah, you can.
stoplights?
Yeah,
Yeah.
You don't Kegel at stoplights?
I don't.
Oh.
No, but I rolled down my window and asked the lady next to me, "Are you Kegling at the stoplight?"
Let's all Kegel, everybody.
How good have you gotten? Can you break a pencil?
I've never tried. I don't insert things. I just Kegel.
How do you measure?
This lady, see, she's
I
actually.
know you're competing against yourself, but still.
Yeah, she's actually lifting weights.
Well,
That's
I'm not
amazing.
doing that.
Wow.
Isn't there a weightlifting term called the snatch?
Yes.
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 There you go.
The jerk. Snatch.
The clean and jerk.
Clean and jerk.
Although at your place, don't you usually jerk and then clean?
Sometimes I clean.
So sorry, off topic. Back to you, Christy.
Found this story for you, Josh.
Yes, thank you for doing that.
To wrap up our goat week, Willie the rodeo goat has lassoed the hearts of residents in a
Who?
rural South Texas county.
Willie the rodeo goat?
Yep. Ever since she escaped, I don't know if that's a typo, from an animal enclosure July 15th.
No, it's Wilhelmina, but Willie.
Oh, they just call her Willie? Oh. Residents in Lacey County searched for her on horses, all-terrain vehicles, and by drone. Local businesses had donated 90 prizes and gifts worth $5,000 in total to be given to whoever found her. A 16-year-old and his friend caught Miss Willie after spotting her in a wooded area. The search for Willie brought national attention to this little county, some 300 miles southwest of Houston. So the rodeo goat is back at the rodeo.
Glad to hear it.
Yes.
Oh,
Josh had a dream earlier in the week about a baby goat. That's why I kind of...
Yes, Dan, I was a hero. I saved a baby goat from a flooding river.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wow.
In my dream.
Wow.
And we found out what, Chick? That means I'm an honorable man or something?
I
You
made
must-
something up to make you feel better.
He's a bleating heart. So sorry. I shouldn't have. Dan, I got some nice letters here. Dan St. Paul's kind of a legend on this show. We always in the spring feature that classic first baseball game. This is from Judy. She writes, longtime listener, first-time emailer. I was introduced to your show in 98, and the first thing I heard was the first baseball game by Dan St. Paul. Hooked on the show ever since. Always great to hear Dan live in the studio.
Oh, awesome.
Isn't that nice? Here we go. I have to take my mom to doctor's appointments twice a week. The voice in the elevator reminds me of the female announcer from Dan's first baseball game bit. Because at the time,
At the time, yes.
San Francisco famously had the first female PA announcer.
That's right, they did.
Was it Sherry?
Rennell, and she's still there. Yeah.
What's her first name?
Rennell.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Local radio personality, and she's had the gig ever since.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, that's a gig, though. Think about that. You've got to be at every game.
Well,
on time, prepared.
Well, yeah.
So I'm looking at it as I get to be at every game.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. 82 games, right?
But I mean, if you're doing a radio show too,
yeah, in the morning,
your butt is pretty much assigned to one or two seats constantly.
Right.
But,
yeah.
But if that's your dream, that'd be fun.
Oh yeah, she's great. She's great.
Chick McGee briefly was the PA announcer for an NFL team.
The longest NFL season of my life. I would never do it again.
Was it just one season?
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, it kind of ruins the fun for you.
Ruins the whole thing. Yeah. For me, I'm sure other people.
Right. I was just talking to one of the guys that did it for many, many years, and he just loved it.
Mm-hmm.
Now doing it for some college teams, but
cool.
Yeah.
Now, do you want to explain maybe what might have been the reason that you were asked to not do it again?
I didn't do anything other than they were doing the Kiss Cam, but they didn't call it the Kiss Cam, and they took the camera was traveling around the arena, and they took a shot of this couple kissing, and all I did was open the mic, and I went.
Hilarious.
Every week after that, my parking space got farther and farther away. They didn't actually, but I was out after I got fired. I was out $100 every Sunday. $100.
They paid you $100 for that?
$100 a day.
Yikes!
They tried to hire me to replace you.
They did?
I find that very hard to believe.
For $125.
I don't believe it. Now I need several. I need a picture of you with that day's paper. I need.
Now he's mad. Okay, now we were talking about San Francisco in the news. Dan St. Paul is San Franciscan.
I am. You know who I saw, Tom? I want to ask you this. You're a big. You're a big classic rock fan.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. My wife and I went to see ELO.
Okay.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Who is ELO? Anybody?
Electric Light Orchestra.
Of course.
It's Jeff Lynne and whoever he chooses to go with.
Yeah, but he's got one of the other original people. But a fantastic show. Great show. We took BART, which is the local subway, and everybody in our car were baby boomers going to the show. Except for two teenagers who had to be thinking, is the rest home on a field trip? And one guy had his original ELO T-shirt on, and he had gotten so large over the years, the O was just a straight line going across his chest. We get there, and we're walking across the parking lot from the BART station, and we're like the Walking Dead, like almost dead, approaching the arena. And this we're met by a squadron of representatives from the local cardiac care unit, and they're giving out coupons: buy one stent, get one free. We get in, and there's a concession, and they're selling like tapioca and soup, and there's a band playing, but it's not ELO. And I went, oh no! I got on my knees. I went, oh no! There's an opener. We'll never get home in a decent hour. We get to our section, and they actually have a concierge for each section when they know it's going to be like an old folk show. Yeah, it's their job to break your fall in case you getting to your seat, and also to wake you up after the show. Yeah. And each row has its own defibrillator, which was a nice touch.
Nice.
And so we're sitting there, and this band plays for like a half an hour, and the lead singer goes, "We're going to do 2 more songs," and 14,000 people yell, "No! Stop now!" One woman behind me starts shaking her fist. "Some people have aqua aerobics in the morning."
It's a different world.
It is. I can't do the big shows anymore.
We were talking about San Francisco in the news again because it's one of the only places that has the driverless.
Oh, they're trying that.
Taxis.
Nobody wants that.
And right now it's in front of the Board of Supervisors because they want to add more, and some people want to add less. They don't want any.
Yeah.
But the article was about people having intimate relations in those vehicles.
Interesting. Interesting.
They interviewed several people, and they also pointed out that those vehicles, driverless, do have they have cameras inside broadcasting back to some
really
central location for safety purposes.
Oh, and then it ends up on YouTube and they make money off of it. Is that how it works?
Well, I don't know, but I mean, that apparently doesn't deter
sitting
people
at a desk enjoying their job very much.
Now, Josh, you're a man whose amorous adventures are often a topic on this program.
Sure, yeah.
You're known as being a thorough and generous lover.
Thank you.
Do you think you'd find yourself caught up in the moment in a driverless car in the romantic place that is San Francisco?
Boy, a nice makeout session, some heavy petting, yes. Going all the way, I don't know. But I don't even care if there are cameras if I'm making out. Who cares?
Would you watch people doing it?
Yes. What?
Absolutely.
It's awesome.
Like a peeping Tom kind of thing? It's
like a porn viewer.
All right.
Conducting commerce.
Have you ever seen porn? It's two people having sex, and usually they're like, it's great.
Yeah, but these are people that don't know they're being filmed.
All the better.
Yeah,
All the better?
yeah.
Okay.
No,
is there a whole? Is that
it's like normal?
It's absolutely a category.
Is that a category of this? Is it real?
Like normal people?
Captured
security footage.
You know what? I bet some of it's fake, but yes, and it's not. You know what? That's really not my thing. Like the amateur. What are they?
Peeping Tom kind of.
Yeah, that. No, I like to know that there was work put. Like I like to know that there was. They had to rent a set.
You want
professionals?
You want to see a script? Is that it?
Yeah. I like to know that there was.
Just before the big money shot theme, she said, "I'm ready for my close-up, Mr. DeMille. Get me the goggles."
And it's DePhil.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Mr. DePhil.
That's right.
I like that. Right now, it's time to switch gears here. The summer, as the Doors once said, summer's almost gone. We got plenty of time, though, and we got time for some great food. That's where HelloFresh comes in. They know that you're busy in the summer. You don't want to waste a lot of your time, especially at the grocery store. So HelloFresh, what they do is they do the shopping for you. They have the recipe cards all set, and they've done the measuring. You just put it together. The quick and easy options are taking over for the summer at HelloFresh, so much so they've got a new code for you. It's the numeral 50 BT Show. That's what you got to remember. So you go to HelloFresh.com/50BT Show. Christy, what are you working on over there?
Well, we had beef flauta supreme the other night with pico de gallo and smoky red pepper crema. Look at that. 4 steps, in and out, 5 minutes prep, 30 minutes cooking, you're done. That's it.
Delicious. HelloFresh, they've got a bunch of new stuff. Every week, more than 40 recipes and an array of choices going from vegetarian, vegan, way over that way, and all the way over here, good old-fashioned comfort food. And you can swap proteins. You can do this or that. You can find all kinds of special stuff, snacks, sides, etc., at the HelloFresh Market. See what I'm talking about? Give it a shot. Go to the website, HelloFresh.com, and don't forget to add that /50 BT Show. Why is that worth doing? Well, let's see. 50% off and free shipping. Once again, the code 50 BT Show. HelloFresh.com /50 BT Show. Have some great food. Save yourself a bunch of time. Great for date night. Great for teaching the kids how to cook. It's HelloFresh.com /50 BT Show. Coming back, our guest is comedian Dan St. Paul. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Even though we're not too much to look at, you can also watch the show on our YouTube channel.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hey, chick.
He's in the performance room. Josh Arnold at the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair. There's Ace Cosby. I'm Chick McGee. Hey. Don't you dare say anything about anybody running equipment. Here's Tom with our special guest. Tom.
He's comedian Dan St. Paul.
You
Dan, you've made a great career as a stand-up comedian, but you've never really had to have a job where you had to work with other people full-time, have you?
I was a teacher.
Oh, you were?
Yeah, I was a teacher for my first 2 years in professional life.
Ah.
I got a master's in special education.
So you know what it's like to...
for special education.
Hang out with... Wait a minute, that's going to come out wrong. What I was going to say, no, it's you work with other people and the constant criticism. It's kind of like being married.
Yes.
You have someone who's around you all the time.
Right.
Making statements about your abilities, lack thereof.
What date is it, Tom?
You got it. Oh, it's the 18th.
Time now for Today in History.
Well, Dan, you're a wise man. You can maybe help with this. Today in history, on this date, of course, who can forget, this is a slow pitch, the birthday in 1750 of Antonio Salieri.
Salieri, right. The Mozart's kind of like a competitor.
Now, I'll give this one to you, Josh. Who portrayed Salieri in the film Amadeus?
I know that one.
Go ahead, Dan.
F. Murray Abraham.
Sure.
And we
a fascinating phone call we had with him. He was a delight. In fact, he said he wanted to stay on longer. That's the story. Go ahead.
He called back, said, "Can I call back?"
He called back.
That's funny.
It's true. F. Murray was such a cool guy.
Yeah.
So nice.
Yeah.
I was terrified to interview the guy.
You'd think he'd be stuffy.
Yeah, Academy Award winner. Great guy.
He's usually a heavy, too. You know, you're kind of intimidated.
And he's one of those guys, he can play almost any ethnicity.
Exactly.
Maybe except for Swede.
No, right.
Yeah. Salieri, portrayed by F. Murray Abraham.
Yes.
Okay, this is an easy one for you, Christy. Happy birthday, 1774. It's a guy. Meriwether Lewis.
1774.
Birth date, yeah.
Half of a famous
Lewis
jewel.
and Clark?
Yes.
There you go. Is anybody named Meriwether anymore?
I don't think so.
Boxer, right?
No, but as a first name.
Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather.
Oh, that's right, Meriwether. It's a beautiful name. Merri.
Yeah.
You don't think that's a good name?
No, it's a great name.
Okay. Oh, I see. Okay.
I'm changing mine again. Yeah.
All right. I'll give you this one, Christy.
All right.
Born 1928, Marge Schott.
Oh, yeah. She's still in the Reds.
That's right.
Yes, very good. Very
Shotzi.
good. Shotzi was the dog. St. Bernard.
Right.
Regularly would leave.
She had a lot of Shotsies, didn't she?
Shouldn't call her that.
There's a great cover. I think she was on the cover of Sports Illustrated holding a cigarette. It's a great picture.
Oh, yeah.
Should have won the Pulitzer or something. Amazing. Just amazing.
1936, the birthday of Robert Redford, the great actor and conservationist.
Bobby R.
Robbie Reddy.
Woo!
The Sundance Kid.
That's right.
Have you watched that movie lately?
It holds up.
It's
Love
fun.
it.
It's
wonderful.
fun.
It's one of the greatest.
Woodcock, get out here!
And I guess they're kind of calling that scene with raindrops keep falling on. It's kind of like the first video.
Yeah, right.
I could see that.
I mean, it's because you're sort of watching this movie, then all of a sudden, what the hell's going
Riding
on?
around on a bike singing. It's like,
And by the way, no one ever learned to ride a bike quicker than Paul Newman in that movie. He's riding it backwards. 1952, the birth date of the late great Patrick Swayze.
Oh, yeah.
The Dirty Dancer. Some fine actors. 69, it's Christian Slater. And then also Edward Norton.
Oh, he's good.
Not the guy from The Honeymooners.
No.
Norton.
That was Art Carney, and that was the character's name. Nothing to do with. But go ahead.
Ace, do you know who this is? 1978. Happy birthday, Andy Samberg.
Yep.
Yeah, actor, comedian.
And of course, like many comedians now, he has his own restaurant. They have, of course, Samburgers. The Samburger. Home of the Samburger. Okay, this is for you, Pat Godwin.
Yes, sir.
This band began their residence at the Indra Club in Hamburg on this date in 1960.
Gee, I wonder who that's.
The Beatles.
Oh, even Godwin's been defeated.
The Beatles trivia.
Who were they playing for?
Germans.
Yeah.
Mock show.
Well, they were, of course, were playing for hamburgers.
Hamburg.
Oh, thank you very much. Okay.
Time now for things we learned. Tom,
Already?
Shut up. Brought to you by Nitsa. You're out with friends and a few drinks becomes a few too many and you decide to drive anyway. What's the worst that could happen? Drive sober or get pulled over. You know that. This is paid for by Nitsa. NHTSA. Nitsa. Tom has new monitors in the studio, and as you might guess, that caused quite the hubbub early on here in the show.
They're doing great. They're working fine.
He had to explain to everybody that he had new monitors, even though it's plain that we can see that they're new monitors. And he had to figure out, how long did it take you? Hour and a half to turn the brightness up?
I never did turn it up.
Never did turn it up.
No, I can't. I'll have to have the guy come over.
Okay. Get that worked out.
You're not going to be embarrassed when you ask the tech guy to come in here and you go, "Can you turn my brightness up on my monitor?" That's not
Do you want me to do it for you?
Right in settings. Display
It's right in
brightness.
settings. It's easy to do.
What does it say in settings?
Display and brightness.
Yeah, thank you, Pat.
You'll get it worked
Okay,
out.
very good. While you continue, I'll do that.
You know, it doesn't make you any smarter when you turn the brightness up. Okay.
This just says display.
We had the Big Green Cookout today, and we all really enjoyed the food.
Boy, those Big Green eggs.
The pickled watermelon rind, man.
We learned a new word today.
Sniz?
Sniz. Were you aware of that, Dan?
I heard it on the way in. Yeah.
I have not heard of sniz.
Speaking of sniz, the Women's World Cup, Sunday morning, 6 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, England and Spain.
Sniz
There you
fest.
go. That's a sniz, a real sniz fest.
Sniz fest.
Something that I would not believe had I not seen with my own two eyes.
What?
Josh, during the show, threw a cashew into the air and caught it in his mouth.
Thank you very much.
And it got stuck there, cutting off his airway. Fortunately, I Heimlicked him to save him.
Absolutely
You're a
amazing.
true hero, Tom. Thank you.
Do you know how to self-Heimlich in case that ever...
Yeah, lean over a chair.
I mean,
You can bend over a chair. You should learn
Right.
just because you live alone and, you could get carried away.
That's what he's driving at. You get so passionate about eating
I could over-snack, and, of course, one of the prostitutes at my house wouldn't offer to help.
They don't know the Heimlich. They know reverse cowgirl, but not the Heimlich.
One of the prostitutes on staff. Is that what you have?
That's right.
And Jess Hooker wore a green jacket today to be part of the Big Green Cookout, and you had a joke for her, Tom?
I said, congratulations on winning the Masters. It's about time they let women play in that thing.
Stop it.
Sorry. Thanks to the Big Green Egg guys. We certainly appreciate it. We're going to start giving away those Big Green Egg Mini Maxes real soon, so brush up on your NFL picks, ladies and gentlemen. And thanks again, Dan St. Paul. It's always a great pleasure to see you, Dan.
Thank you.
And if they want to follow you, are you out there in the world of social media?
If they want to follow me, they can go to danstpaul.substack.com. I write essays. I've got about 60 on there. I started doing during COVID. And a lot of them have audio as well. They can listen to that, and I'm converting them into a podcast.
Substack.
Substack.com.
Good to know. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Become a Bob and Tom VIP and get your Bob and Tom fix 24/7. Get all the info in the VIP area at bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Jim Rome takes on sports.
Why? Because you're not playing me.
With rapid fire takes.
Y'all went from the Super Bowl straight to the toilet bowl. He's not over the NFL. The NFL is over him.
Scorching debates.
All the good, all the bad, all the ups, all the downs.
He's the Spitfire of sports smack.
Sorry for what I said because it was appropriate when I said it, but I can't say it anymore, dude. You are killing the game.
The Jim Rome Show podcast. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.